everybody, welcome to Dragonlance, a song of lance and fire. This is the, let's see, third to last episode. I think we only got two more episodes after this. One Monday, one Tuesday. We're hitting the end of this series. Tonight is going to be a special episode. Our group has a goal. One, it's going to be to learn if they can actually swim. And two, it's going to be seeing if they can swim in full plate. Nope, not a thing. Gonna be drowning. Can feel it already. We'll see what happens. But in all seriousness, they're making their way to the Temple of Paladine in hopes to finally create the Dragonlance that they have been seeking to build for quite a many episodes. And we have a special message from Kelly to the group, or her character to the group, once they get out of the water. And it's a funny one. If you saw yesterday, she asked for some very specific things. Those who are joining us for the first time, thank you so much for being here. You can pick up StreamLoot cards to help out the show. If you pick up subs, you get 2 free packs upon getting your subscription. It also allows you to put lovely reactions on the screen. Last and maybe most importantly, the new secret shirt is out. We did our first secret council meeting last night. If you have the shirt and you found the secret that is on it, you were invited to our after hours special. We did our first one yesterday. It was a lot of fun, and we hope to see the rest of you there as we continue on with episodes throughout the year. Got about a minute and 50 seconds left. I'm going to throw us over to the intro, and then we will be kicking it off as this group dives 200 foot off a cliff into water. Or at least that's what I think they're going to do. We'll see, though. Maybe they have a different plan. Oh, hello everybody. How are we doing today? We are we're deep into this series, and we are now finally at the City of Lost Names. Something has been talked about since the middle of this entire campaign, and this is the city that was once flown through the sky by Ttrpgfamily and her dragons literally keeping it aloft through being chained and manacled to it. And this city crashed down quite some time ago, and was left in a 200-foot gorge in the middle of the northern wastes. The city is shattered, broken to pieces, and Ttrpgfamily, along with her underlings and one of her major generals, Soth, are back trying to get the city into the sky. For those of you that have read Dragonlance over the years, you probably will remember some of this stuff, the beginning of the Red Dragon Army and the flying of the city and everything coming back. And we are throwing canon out the window left and right. We've kept bits and pieces that work, but we are definitely writing our own story here with the help of you guys and StreamLoot cards and everything else. Tonight, the group has, well, they've made their way in a walking hut all the way from the capital, Palanthas, all the way to here through the northern waste. Darrent and their men have made their way by boat up and around. And in the last episode, we started the beginning of what was going on. And Monday has done some wild stuff that should technically help this group out pretty well for getting in, because they decided a distraction was needed. And the best way to make a distraction is to cause utter chaos, as obviously Moxie's character knows. Why else would you be a worshiper of chaos? They came down on the east side, the hidden passage, came down, made their way through the city carefully and stealthily, almost got caught, but made their way out of it with a little bit of a smoke bottle and illusions. And when they got to this old manor, which is the command post for the Red Dragon Army, instead of like going in and figuring out what's going on, and I was super excited about this big combat, Adam's character snuck up to the broken wall and casted a super version of Gravity Well and crushed the entire fucking building. And then decided that wasn't enough and used wild magic. And we had the audience randomly roll, and they summoned a Modron. Now, if everyone remembers, their general to their army is Exo, who is a Modron. And the nearest Modron would be that one because he was right outside the gate. He also had the ability, because he worked in limbo as a general between the two armies fighting in limbo, access to summon demons. And the Fargab wasn't working right. So the agreement he struck with the Slod was to summon 302 of them. And when he was in the middle of doing it, they summoned him there, so he summoned them inside the city of Lost Names. So there are 302 Slod coming out of the command post, and now the entire city is running that way to stop what's going on. So Tuesday, you got it a little easier now. They've caused a distraction in a grand style. Grand style. So we take ourselves over to our group. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Adam, you beautiful bastard. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I want to hear them explain how all that is secret stuff.
Oh, it wasn't. It
All
was
that
accidental.
in
So
here.
they were super secret getting there, and they were going to put the army outside. They're going to summon like 50 of them or 100 of them, figuring they would die off. You know what I mean? Like fight, get murdered, end of conversation. But there were some issues, and Diana and Adam's actual cam and mic broke up for a minute, and we just heard 2, and I said 302, and the call ends. So that was going to be outside, and when he randomly rolled Modron, like no joke, on a wild magic table, the nearest Modron isn't in another plane of existence. It's the one that they have hired as a general for their fucking groups. And he asked, you want me to summon them here? And Adam's like, well, why not summon them there? He's like, all right, 302. And he's like, wait, what? And that's... that's how that happened. Yeah, that happened. Kelly's in chat. So,
Wow.
we are currently on the northwest part of the piece. I'm going to pull up our large map for us here. This is the City of Lost Names, and I'm going to explain a few of the pieces that we probably haven't discussed a lot yet, because you look down into the gorge, you're trying to plan what you want to do. Every area is marked. We all kind of know what everything is. And you'll notice on the map to the southeast, there's this purple moving thing. That is where the manor was. That is where the gravity well is going off, and that is where the panic is going on. Yeah, see that over? Yeah, over there. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you all are up over here on the rise where the water's coming down for the waterfalls. Temple of Paladine is here. It's overgrown in plants and vines. And yeah, man, I couldn't have planned that.
We're gonna do a great job.
Sure, yeah, you're gonna do a great job. All right, Drew, I downloaded this. Let me see if I can add this in the Discord. Maybe I can, I don't know, download it from here. We'll see. I'm working on it. So the group has decided they're going to be jumping down into the water because this, and honestly, is a great approach. There are some things to worry about, like I said before. There are mages casting spells, blowing everything out of the sky, from birds, anything that could be a spy coming in. They are murdering with barrages of magic missiles, lightning bolts, and blasting them out of the sky. The only thing that seems to be able to make its way through is if you are a draconian that can fly, or something on a dragonelle. They don't seem to be attacking those. So, like, yeah, you could probably have the dragonelle fly Terran in, but everybody else would be SOL. So the group was decided to go down the waterfall, and they have Torak, which is the gargoyle that is now a full class, that was a retainer for Monday, and he has now got a retainer, which is a iron golem.
Yes. We love it.
So we leave to the group here at the top as they see destruction and debris. A bright red, purple, and black light erupt from the manor. And you can see soldiers start making their way through the city from everywhere towards that to put a stop to whatever the fuck just happened. This is your time, and probably the best time you're going to have to make your approach in. So, group, what's the plan? How are we making our way in?
Well, off the bat, I just want to tell you that this morning when we prepped to do this, Terran cast a spell on himself that will last all day.
Is it called Gravity Doesn't Affect Me? Thank you, Adam.
No, it's called Burnt Offering.
Oh, okay. What's that?
By constructing a pyre and burning an animal's corpse, which ironically I chose a bird for, and that was before you said they were getting blown out of the sky, you court the favor of the gods. For the duration, you can add your wisdom modifier instead of your dexterity modifier to your armor class.
Okay. I don't like that, but okay. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it for right now.
Okay.
Although I have one in the chamber. If we get this lance, then I need to use it.
All right. Is there anything, any other spells that are getting cast by anyone in the party before we jump down into hell?
Absolutely.
I really wish I had.
If you're talking Mox, you're muted.
Sorry, Henry started to bark again. I was trying to save everybody from that. I'm casting Consecrated Armor.
Okay. Anybody else?
And Wehan is going to cast other way around. She's going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
And also, I would like to say that before we leave, Wehan would like to turn to Hagen.
You would have had to do this yesterday because they would need time.
Yes.
So it would be a flashback if you want to do it.
I'm here for it.
All right. Hold on a minute. Let's flashback riding up the plateau. I will.
Oh boy.
I will put this into effect. This is going to be a Zolorak Hagen decision. I can't say yes or no to this being okay. For those who don't know, Wehan's the reason that someone's missing that is of grand importance to only one person in the party. So I'll bring you both on screen. We will flash back to riding the lovely house through the city, through the plains, up the mountainside, to set to go down here through the plateau. And Wehan, this would be in your shop, I guess. That would make the most sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me get the proper music for this. I feel like we need something. Probably we'll go with How to Impress Girls with Guitar. There we go.
That seems on brand for Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I've set the music for you.
Perfect. So, Hagen, I suppose, and she's like thumbing through some paperwork and stuff right now. I suppose that over the past
Get you some
2
summer
weeks
here.
or so, you've been through enough that I'm comfortable waiving your trial.
Oh, I'm glad you've come to that conclusion.
Well, it's more for I think that it's in the best interest of everybody involved to go ahead and fast track the process. That being said, have you considered the robes that you feel that you are most compatible with at this point?
No, actually, I don't really care. We're probably going to be dying anyway during this thing. I do appreciate that we are going ahead with my graduation, but I haven't really considered a robe. I'm really only participating because it seems to be the only way I won't be hounded to the ends of the earth.
And GM, I do have a question before we proceed.
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm here
How
for,
many
right?
robes
Arbitration?
how many robes are currently available
What do you mean?
in Weehan's shop?
Well, there's the one.
Yeah. Is that the only one?
The only one of value. Everybody else just
Beautiful.
gets a regular robe. If someone's get a trial, usually what would happen is you do the trial. If they pass, the robe would get ordered and they would come back and get it from you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only ones in the shop. I mean, you could give him a robe that's just a color with no properties whatsoever, like Dragonlance wants you to.
Yeah, no, that's boring. So Weehan is going to, you see her walk over to the wall and look around to just confirm that nobody else is there. And at this point, going into this kind of like sure death situation, she's going to pop out one of her teeth and you see her insert it into the wall. And a door is going to open. And Weehan is going to say, for the duration of the time that we do have available, my only request is that you let me take notes and study the properties of this particular item. I feel like you might already be a little familiar with it.
Is that so? All right.
All right. And
Now, this
Weehan
isn't
will
going to cause any sort of, I don't know, a dilemma of some sort for me in the future, is it?
Actually, I would not be causing any dilemma. Thank you very fucking much. This was a regular, cool magical robe that had no problems attached to it until departure of said person.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And Weehan will lead you down the stairs and you'll see kind of displayed against one of the walls is Celira's white cloak. Should you wish to take it.
All right. That's very cool. Well, I'm honored. I will hope to live up to its predecessors.
All you gotta do is live.
Oh, exactly.
Abilities.
Hopefully you can
Listen.
surpass.
Trying to skirt that.
The truth. Let me get this robe then for Hagen. I will share it to you. It is in our Roll20. You would have the time to attune to it. Unfortunately, the powers reset with a new person.
Ooh.
So they won't have access to all of them right away, but there are some things that he may have done on this checklist already, giving him access to said items, I would say. Yeah, some of these he may already have access to. Hagen, would you actually attune to this thing, or is this something that is not the kind of drama you want to cause? Because you do know who it belonged to, and you know it was a sibling to the most angry, destructive, murderous person in your party.
No, this is a way for him to honor a fallen companion, and he's got a little guilt in him because he gets to keep going on fighting the good fight. So he's going to wear it and use it to maximum benefit, hopefully, because this is a very, very important encounter that we are building up to.
Well, Hagen,
he knows that he might make it through, but a lot of other people are probably not going to. So,
well, there you go.
Try to help out as best he can.
I shared it to you for the audience to see. This is the robe that her old character used to wear. It's heavy weighted, almost like fire curtains. It's metal woven inside. It is just the cloak piece. The dress piece is something that she was wearing, so it's the big heavy robe piece that you would be wearing. It has a lot of properties and a lot of powers. To unlock them, you have to do the things that are listed on there. For those who have not seen it, there are different base abilities. I believe in Dragonlance that being a mage should have some cool shit that comes with it, especially when you take your last piece. But it is known as the Robes of Spellweaving. It is a legacy item, and legacy items build with the character.
Sweet.
So you will have the Spellweaver's shield, and you'll have the Sight Beyond Sight. Yes, that is in homage to one of the best cartoons of all time. The other ones you do not have access to. I have the ability to see the rest of how to unlock them. And as things are done, you can unlock them. There's no way to really research the unlock. It's something that the robe just does for you. It's not intelligent. It doesn't have an ability to like control you or do anything. The Kelly's cloak has a little bit more of that because it is a living creature sort of thing. But this one does not. And it is for protection. So it would take you a normal time to attune to it. It would take over any robe slot that you have, but it is pretty fucking powerful.
Mm-hmm. Erik, I have a question. Are the base abilities, do those apply?
Yes,
to the new...
those do stay.
Ute.
I can put those in there for him. He will have access to the base abilities.
Awesome.
Let me unlock it. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do in this scene before we go back to you guys jumping off a cliff?
I think that once you have like attuned and taken the robe, she'd kind of get set up at a table, and you see her pull out some thread and start weaving a graft onto a skeleton that the bones are in a few different piles of.
Does this one have a circle on his face?
You can't see it.
Oh,
you can't
okay,
see
cool.
the face.
It's off camera. All right. So as it sees you doing that, we will leave out of camera and come back to the group. For everybody else who is watching, you may have missed how her character died, and it was grand. She got tossed around like a pull toy for a dragon, and they did try to save her, and it didn't turn out the way that was needed. And if you missed a couple episodes ago where Moxie's character was locked in a painting with her sister, a lot was unfolded in that. And I promise that all of that will come to a conclusion, at least somewhat, in the final episode. Because, man, do I have something planned for it. I am so excited. Back to the party here. So, everybody, let's get rid of this sappy music as you guys are all looking over the plateau edge, getting ready to jump down into the water or ride down or fly down. How are we doing this? Are we just taking a 200-foot plunge? Are we climbing? How are we getting down?
If there is one thing I've learned from classic fantasy, do we have any barrels available?
You're not barreling over the edge.
God.
You could, though.
It's like Niagara Falls.
You get one trip that way. I mean, we would just have one less episode. One trip, one less episode. End it tonight.
She was like, that's it. Barrels fall. Everyone dies.
But how do we want to get down? Are we climbing? Are we making climb checks? Are we riding the water down somehow with a spell with like levitate? Are you hiding in the waterfall as you go down? What is the plan to get the group down?
With the NPCs that we have with us, how many are we at
Plus
this
2.
moment? Plus 2, okay.
The Iron Golem
That's what I
and
thought.
Torak. Torak can fly. He's like, I have no problem.
I was going to say, if Torak... Oh, he can fly. Okay.
I can
so
fly
get
and
down
I
fine.
can look like the stone.
And Terran's going to ride the Dragonelle, maybe?
Hiding in plain sight, I feel, might be my best option because I'm not stealthy. That being said, how deep is the river, Erik?
The like one on the surface where you guys are at right now, on the plateau edge.
Yeah.
Between 30 to 3 foot in spots.
Barrel dice.
Like it's cracks, and I mean there's really deep spots and really shallow spots. When you get near the waterfall's edge, it's probably about 15 foot.
Could the Dragonelle hide in it and dive with the water? Like could I ride it down?
You could try. It's
To
feasible.
get water up your nose.
It's feasible that you could try to use it, but without flying down and looking behind the waterfall, it's really hard to tell from a vantage point of looking over the ledge how the waterfall. I don't know if you've ever been one. There's just mist and fucking spray everywhere.
Yeah, no, I've seen tons of them. There's always a treasure chest behind it.
That is only in video games, and this isn't Fable. But it's feasible.
Skyrim.
You could maybe do it. It would be a fly check. It'd be a disadvantage. But if you're successful, I will give you advantage on your stealth. How's that sound?
Advantage on my stealth? Sure.
But it's disadvantage on the dive because you're diving in a waterfall and it's hard. But it's doable.
So that would be athletics?
I know. It'd be it would be whatever it is to control your mount. Because you're telling it to do something and it does not want to do.
So it's a handle animal check.
Mm-hmm. We have lots of bonuses, dude, so you can definitely do it and use inspiration for damage. You can get a plus to your roll to do it. There's plenty of things we can do to get around it. Barrel dice. Doesn't that have a ring to it? It does. It has one where it's on a different channel that isn't this one. There's no barrel dice, damn it. I'm gonna make an AW chat emote that is just AW on the face of a troll.
Fantastic.
What about the rest of you as Drew is contemplating his idea?
So
I was just going to suggest, like, I think Hagen and Wehan have a solution that could get 4 people down instantaneously.
Okay. Is it Dimension Door?
It is Dimension Door. We both have it available, I believe, right? Is that correct? Okay.
So
So that could...
you can do it.
Get the
Here's
rest
the
of us.
problem. You are casting a spell at the top. There are mages who are on lookout the entire time. And you have to pick where you're going to land. There will still be a roll involved to try to get it off before they see it or stop you.
okay.
But it is definitely a way to get down. But if they see you, I am using a spell.
Sure.
Okay. I like that. Who are you
try.
taking down that way? Torak goes, do you just want me to have him fall?
Is that safe?
Let's find out.
Well, no, if Wehan takes Everin, I could take the
The
golem.
problem is it's very immune to magic.
Wait, is the golem large?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't take it. Never mind.
But I'm pretty sure if he jumps, he will plummet to the water and be fine. They heal fast.
Well,
Go.
Hey,
Perfect.
cool.
And it gets
you,
to the
you
ledge.
cool with that, dude? Oh,
It does. They don't talk. It gets to the ledge, holds the sword, and just whoom, and just straight walks off.
oh no, maybe that should have been the last person over.
Well, a little late now.
Well, you know.
There we go.
wait. Then if Torek the gargoyle
Yeah, he's got
can fly down, he's going on his own.
Yeah, he's gonna climb and fly down because he looks
Okay.
at the stone.
And Wehan, you can turn into a bird, right? Why don't I just do Dimension Door for Everin and I, and then
I have
fly
said
as well?
they
That'll
were
save you
shooting
as
birds
well.
out of
Have
the
been
air.
getting zapped
Yeah.
out of the air.
Fuck. Why did I not remember that? Okay, then we'll just we'll transport.
She can be the
Double
skull-based
dimension
bird she's
door.
always wanted to be as they incinerate the feathers off her body.
Just the head.
Just the head. I would dimension door. It's probably the safest bet. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he jumps. Torak jumps down. Starts climbing down and hopping his way down, making his way down because it's going to take longer than you all. You hear the sploosh down below. And then I'm going to ask Taryn then, as you two get your dimension door ready. Taryn, are you going to head down because it's going to take you a little bit longer than them as well?
Oh,
Yeah.
I sorry to interrupt. I
Very good.
did also have an earlier in the day spell to cast on us.
Sure.
I got distracted by my cool new toy. Sometime within the last, I'd say, hour,
Huh?
at least where I would have had a half hour to rest afterwards, I would have been able to cast aid on 3 of us, and then another 3. So like everybody who's willing to accept it could have it.
And it lasts for how long? 1 check?
8 hours.
Holy, so just
And
constant.
everybody's hit point maximum goes up by 20, and you get those bonus hit points as well.
Plus 20 HP. And then what does aid give?
No, that is aid. That's
Oh, it's not a dice roll. It's just extra HP.
right. I think it's aid. Let me just double check my sheet here. I could be quoting
That's
a
awesome.
spell for some reason.
That's actually really
That's
fucking cool.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially when you
8
upcast
hour
it like
duration. 3 creatures, hit point maximum, and current hit points increased by.
Who are you giving it to?
At this level, it's by 20. All of us plus Torek and
The Dragon Elf?
would it work on the golem or Dragonel?
So Torak, before he goes down, he's like, this feels great. Just so you know, that gives Torak 122 hit points.
I'm at 120.
Yeah. He's a
Let's
brick
go.
shit house right now. Well then,
That's cute.
Terrence first.
Tear it out here, probably poking up past 200.
No, not past 200, but almost.
Are you
Well,
first, Terran? Since it's gonna take you longest?
So he's going to do. Do Dragonels have a climb speed?
I mean, I gave you the sheet.
It was just the picture.
No, you have access to the full version of a Dragon now. You should.
It looks like it climbs.
It has fly. It doesn't have a climb speed.
I know. I'm just saying because
Yeah.
all I had was the picture. It said,
It looks. I feel like those claws mean that it has climb speed. If you don't have
he's got
access to it, I'll get
laser
another one
eyes.
for you here. Because I made one so you could drag it on when we need it, like onto the screen. Let me get your Dragonelle again.
Oh,
You
this
have
guy.
the regular Dragonelle.
dragon to the screen. Dragon.
No, I'm ignoring that you said that.
I am too, actually.
I
Yeah,
acknowledge
no, not allowed. I'm gonna duplicate.
Yeah,
and
I only have the art for it on the.
that's fine. What did you? I'm gonna scroll. I'll give you access to this one. You can rename it and stuff. So give me a sec.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna handle animal him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use so that would be a. Yeah, because I guess it would be to my skill, not.
What did you name it?
Climb. Chrysis.
How you spelling it?
Krississius.
All right. So now you should have access to one, and that gives you all the stats and everything.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
It should. This is just say NPC. Weird. Oh no, that's right. That's right. That's right. It worked. No, it didn't work. Weird. I'm gonna have to fuck with this. It didn't work. Anyway, they do not have a climb speed. They only have fly speed.
Okay. But yeah, we're gonna go like under the water and have him like fall in with the water, and then like if he can like kind of climb his way down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Dragonheart when he sticks his head out of the water and it's like, and then he goes back in and he's hidden. That's kind of what I'm going for because he is a big target to hide.
Sure.
So
Yeah, he is.
That's what we're doing. So
First, your handle animal.
yep. So I got a 12 and a 15. So we're taking the 12. I want to use the handle animal's charisma, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So +2 to a charisma roll. And well, wait a second. If I can't give myself advantage on this with a card, can I? I can if I take damage.
There you go. Now you should have access to it, bud.
Actually, I'm going to use my personality trait to nix the.
That's not how it works. It's a reroll. It doesn't give you advantage and wash the disadvantages. Not how inspiration works.
Oh fuck, that's right. Okay. Well,
You'd have to have something that would give you an advantage from it, which would be like a
Yeah.
spell or an idea or
no. You're right. You're
something
right.
along those
I
lines.
forgot about how this game works. Okay. So.
So what's your roll?
+2.
And you want a +2 to roll?
Yeah, I'm using one of the. I'll use Kyle's.
Okay. Just click it off and then give me a roll.
Card. I already rolled. I rolled a 12 and a 15, so it's the 12 plus this 2 plus
Okay.
my 3, so it's a 17.
All right, you need to 15 it up. As you dive down in the water and go through, behind the waterfall, you see the bones of dead humanoids and like alcoves and niches and like small campfires and things along those lines. Like, looks like people who tried to survive and hide from the invasion. As you dive, whoosh, which means there are people who lived here at some point in time before the army showed. When you hit the water and go into it, the camera pans back up to those that are dimension dooring before I tell anyone what is going on. You're dimension dooring. Where are you trying to dimension door to?
The point that we all agreed upon that we would arrive at once we got down there.
Well, this
Right?
is all the way out
We already
here.
talked about that.
You can't really go to here, though. That's too far. Like, if you look
No,
at
that
the
makes
map,
sense.
like,
Because it goes 500 feet max.
this is 2,000 before you add
Yeah.
the 200 down. So are you guys
Yeah,
going to land, like,
I-
somewhere on this island area?
I think that kind of like catty corner to the waterfall is probably the best bet because it
On
looks
this
like
land?
that's like, yeah, it looks like those are mostly like ruins. Is that correct?
Everything is pretty much ruins in the city. As a matter of fact, like as you're diving down and the camera's watching, so you have a description. I know Monday heard this, but I have not actually gave you the description for the city yet. Let's see here. The city is a glittering city of broken domes and jagged towers stretching before you. Nearby buildings, streets slope down into the basin of vast ruin-filled crater, 200 foot below the plateau. Your vantage provides a view of the entire city, in your case, looking to the vine-covered temple of Paladine. Broken districts are scarred by fire and flooding. Your area is the most flooded out of all of them. When it collapsed, it took a small lake down with it.
Ooh, okay.
Here and there are crumbled structures and massive rocks bobbing gently in the distance, defying gravity. Around the center structure, the threshold of the heavens, Paladine's temple, and even further to the city, there are areas where magic seems to be keeping chunks of buildings aloft. At the city's center is a delicate tower of sharp marble and graceful buttresses that rise into the sky. It's made of a taller but rocky foundation which floats off the ground. Now, I think I showed this when we arrived at the city last time, but the City of Lost Names has the dragon elves flying around it and everything else. This is the picture that I showcased last time. That is the tower they are talking about in the center. You are behind that on the rise. Okay.
So I think that when we're deciding where to land, we're definitely going to be paying attention to potential cover, and looking for maybe if there is like a broken dome where we could dimension door to a visible spot in the middle of it, so that we do have cover on multiple sides. That would probably be ideal.
You get 500 foot, you said? So 200 down and you get like 150 out roughly, I think it is.
Yeah.
So within 400 foot, so you'd be 200 anywhere from the ledge, I would say. I think that's pretty fair. So if you use the measuring tool, you can go 200 out from the drop point on the waterfall.
All right.
And you guys can pick where you want to be. I will drag a marker onto it for you. We'll use one of the old world pins for it. That'll be a pretty good indicator for what we need. Though I'm assuming you're coming from here, from this section here, off the waterfall somewhere, because he dove off the waterfall. So from this ledge at the bottom, you can go about 400 foot out. So this anywhere on this
400.
island, or if you dove from here, anywhere on this island. But he went down this waterfall here.
Okay. I mean,
And I will get a pin for
You go
you
down.
to just kind of slap there for the party. And we'll use that to kind of move the party for now. With that said, audience, I need you to roll me a d6 and a d8, just like we were doing yesterday for the show. You all know what it is. Unless they watched yesterday, they sure as shit don't.
I was working.
That's all right. I'm not judging you out loud. But privately, oh boy. There we go. Here's your pin.
Okay.
Boop. And I will give access to the entire party to be able to move it so that anyone can move this pin because it doesn't really matter.
We're looking right here. Is that right?
There we go. All players. You should be able to move that pin around wherever you'd like.
Ooh.
With that, spell casting. I need stealth rolls to do it at the cliff edge without them seeing you. It is at a distance, so the two casters will have advantage. That's the first thing I need. And then on arrival, I need an arcane check to make sure you're hiding that dimension door the best you can behind something so that they don't see it.
Is there any way I can help? Because I'm not
Nope.
technically casting.
It's them casting the spells.
Okay, that was a 21 for
Okay.
the spell casting.
Okay.
And for
No, I need
arcane.
stealth first.
Oh, sorry.
You
Okay.
can keep the 21 for the
Yeah.
spell casting on landing, but I need the
So-
spells first.
17 for stealth.
Okay. Okay, again.
And what's
and
the-
Beyond, what did you
the
get for
other one?
stealth?
Oh,
Don't
heck
forget
yeah,
you
that's
have
a nat
advantage on the
20.
stealth.
I couldn't figure out what the symbol was because it's a little jackalope. So that is a nat 20 for stealth.
Okay, so what's your total?
22.
Adorable.
Better than what I get.
And what did you guys get for your Arcana checks? You got 21, and then what did you get, Todd?
Arcana. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
To place it properly when you land, so that they're not seeing the portal open as you all dimension out.
Is that an advantage as well?
No, it is not. This is just regular roll. You're doing it from 200 foot away.
23.
Okay. 23 and a 21. So I do not see you. As the spells go off and you go down, I'm going to roll for those who have their detect magic up to see if they spot it while this is going on. The first one rolls a 20. You both have 21 on Arcana? Is that what you both rolled? 21s? Tandem 21?
21 and 23, I
Oh,
think.
23.
Right?
23. Oh, okay.
21 and Michael Jordan.
So
of
I
course.
failed that
Bill
one.
Jordan.
The second one is a natural 20. As the portals open, someone rounds the corner. We got a what in chat here? A 5 on a D8 and a 1 on the 6. Okay. So a 5 on the D8 and a 1 on the 6. Let me go to the city looks and feels stuff. When you touch down, there's an aqueduct that goes above. There is a skeleton holding a dagger that says, "We deserve this," scratched into the cobblestone in front of you as you both come out of the portal along with Everin. Next to that, the next one was a 5. There is a black, spiny creature sitting in what looks like to be like 2 foot of water, eating a soldier in Red Dragon Army motif. And he is biting the shoulder off of it and eating it as you come in. And it slowly turns and looks back, and a tongue shoots out as it licks its back and pulls it back into its mouth. And it slowly starts to stand up. As it does, even in the water, this thing stands about 9 foot tall. It looks like this horrifying creature. These are random rolls for things that are in the area. It looks like this.
God
Cool.
damn it.
As it turns and looks, it starts to speak. It doesn't move towards you. It's still holding on to like the arm of the dragon soldier as it tosses it into the water like 10 foot from it, just like ragdolls it. As all of you show up, you dive through the water and hit underneath. I'm assuming you're cloaking yourself, right, Taryn, as you come through? Mm-hmm. That's awesome. The only person who has to worry about this is you and the Iron Golem. I hope you're ready, buddy. So as he dives in, everybody, and hits the water, breaks the surface, and the water clears from his eyes, he can see the numerous bodies chained to the bottom of this floor, reaching for him and the dragon to pull him under. Hey, buddy. Can I get a strength check at disadvantage for your Dragonelle?
What's its bonus?
You should have access to it now. I added it in there for you.
Pull it back out again.
It's not. He has access to it this time.
Attributes and abilities. It's just tens across the board. Like it doesn't.
No. I opened another one. Don't look at that one. There's another one for you. It says Dragon Army Dragonelle. Chrysius, Dragon Army Dragonelle.
Ah!
And that has everything on it.
Got it. Just pull that down here.
I think it's a 16, if I remember correctly.
Read it.
If it has athletics, you can use athletics for this. If it has athletics. I just don't know if it does.
I'm looking.
I feel like I shouldn't be having pollen up right now. I feel like rain is a better hit for the splashdown in water. So let's get some rain going.
Does not have.
Then it's just
perception. It does not.
Then it's
have
just the strength roll.
Athletics. Okay.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Audience, can I get D20 rolls at advantage, please? Exclamation point, either advantage or exclamation point 2D20. This is going to be for the undead chained to the bottom, trying to pull him and his Dragonelle into the ocean floor. Or, sorry, the lake floor.
I rolled a 16 and a 13, so
16
as
and
a
a 13.
plus 3 strength, so a 16 strength check.
16, all right. That's a disadvantage, okay. Let's see what the audience rolls. As they're grabbing a hold of him, you can see a mixture of semi-bloated elven creatures holding onto the dragon, trying to pull it back down. And they're trying to climb up onto it, and they're trying to bite onto the Dragonelle as well. What do we get? An 12 and an 8. With the entire group, an 8 gives me a 14.
To
Yeah, 'cause
hit
they're
or
advantage.
as a strength check.
For me, my athletics is a 14 versus your 16. As you break free of them. You see the iron golem below you walking across, just cutting a swath, cutting the chains as the bodies are floating to the surface.
Shit.
And he's coming to the marker where you guys are supposed to be, but this is how he's getting there because, well, that's how they function. As he's just cutting a hole through, and they're floating up around you. As you break water, there are a few of them hanging on to the Dragonelle.
Okay.
You go and touch down where the group is, right? And then you see the same thing I explained to them.
Okay.
He brings presents. As he touches down, they fall off of them as two elven creatures start to get up and water starts leaking from the holes in them. And that creature in front of you is trying to speak as all this kind of takes place at once. What would the party like to do with the creature in front of you trying to talk? And then the two elven... Yeah, none of you have the language. Unless you do some spell casting.
I was gonna say, Todd, don't you have a thing? Do you understand languages?
Kelly's character does.
I do.
Okay, good.
Yes, I do have comprehend languages.
Okay.
So I will cast that on myself.
All right, as you cast that and the undead are getting up around, he looks to the undead and points like bloody claws at the two undead around you. I will need initiative for at least Terran to start, because the Dragonelle and him are the closest to the elves. He might be able to take care of these undead right away. So between me and you, can I get an initiative? I got a 14.
I got a 16 on the die.
All right, you're first. What would you like to do? As they're trying to have a conversation with a toad and two leaking, bloated elven creatures with sagging, waterlogged skin have fallen off of your Dragonelle and are moving towards you, trying to bite the Dragonelle. They don't give a fuck about you. They're just trying to eat.
We're just gonna claw attack.
Okay. They don't have a lot of hit points.
Hang on 1 second.
Comprehend languages, Todd. As soon as you cast it, you do hear the black slod say, "Don't let them touch you."
He's saying don't let them touch you. So
Because they're like crawling on the Dragonelle.
Oh no.
Okay, so
I'll
excuse me,
nod
so-
at the guy. I can't speak his language. I can just understand his like literal meaning of his words. So, like, yes.
I'm actually just going to attack them because I took mounted combat for my feat for 8th level, which gives me advantage on melee attack rolls against any unmounted creature that is smaller than your mount.
Sure fucking great, right?
And that's going to be a lot of stuff.
All right.
Thank God. So, let's roll up here.
What'd you get to hit?
So,
I also want to point out that the Dragonelle does not provoke attacks opportunity when it flies out of an enemy's reach, which is dope as fuck.
yeah, that's a 19 on the die and a nat 20.
Both of them hit?
Shit. Well, no, that was the. I have advantage, so I crit the
Oh,
first
okay.
one.
So you hit the first one?
Yep.
What's
so
your minimum damage?
minimum damage?
Mhm.
Let's see. 8
On the
plus
crit.
3 is 11 plus. Or sorry, that's doubled that too. So 8 plus 6 is going to be 14 plus 1 would be. My
Okay.
minimum damage is 15 before I roll anything.
Fail the save. The first one, what are you using as your weapon?
My longsword.
You cut the first one in half. The second one to hit, please. Ooh, I might survive this.
Another 19.
Okay,
Jesus
I need damage on this
Christ.
one because your minimum won't be enough for me to make my minion save to see if they stick around.
19 and a
Give
1.
them an apple or a frog leg. Death Slide don't taste no good. At all, actually.
Let's see. 5 plus 3 is.
They're a
8
hex
points.
caster from the desert.
Or no, I'm
Turn
sorry.
him into a chicken.
It's plus 5 because it's magical. So 9 points to that.
9
one.
points.
Yep.
The second one does not die and bites a hold of your Dragonelle. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw for it.
Okay.
It does take 4 points of damage from the bite. It's the number right below. They don't really have much bonuses unless they say
so it's
otherwise.
just
Ooh, damage.
a natural 20.
As it bites,
Holy shit.
it shakes it off of it quick enough to stop it from doing what it wants to. And that takes us to the Slod and the rest of the party. Slod and the rest of the party, what would you like to do? Hagen's the only one who can understand it right now.
So it's saying not to let anything touch us?
Those.
That's right.
It looks to Weehan, and you feel a mental intrusion. Do you let it happen?
No.
Okay. I need a will save then.
Yep. Let's see. That is going to be
Wisdom. I keep saying will, like we're running Pathfinder.
It's
we want
I know what you mean.
Trade.
It's fine. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20. You can feel something. You get your mental forts up and stop it from whatever it's doing. And it looks at you in a Hagen. It says, "Tell her to let me in." Communicate.
He says he's trying to communicate with you. And I'm going to, since it's my turn, I'm going to transform into Zolorok. As my bonus action, I transform.
Okay.
Nice.
Still gotta like wait out the magical girl transformation sequence where his flesh melts off.
But now you got a cool robe that really
or-
cloaks that
yeah, it's-
animation.
Yeah, and I have a magical ability that's like my super cloak that makes me like walk on water and do other things, move faster. And that says that always integrates with whatever you're wearing, no matter what it is. So I imagine like the cool wizard cloak robes are because they're described as like almost like tattoos weaving itself into your flesh, you know?
Yeah.
So that would be
threading.
And then my magical cloak would come around like that would like accent the white robe with like these black leather and spikes and the cool like
of you.
whirlwind. Yeah, like the cool like whirlwind of ash and embers from like the waist down. And he's got the cool big giant horns now, eyes aflame.
All right.
And he's just gonna flick his pointer and pinky at these creatures and zap each one of them.
And with that, I'm going to put up Todd's shirts as he did the horns. Todd made a Cthulhu-esque aberrational horns shirt you can pick up.
It can be tie-dye and it works really well somehow.
It's 2 S's.
So I rolled an 18 to hit and a 27 to hit.
18 or 27? Both hit.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
I just need damage because I gotta make my save as a minion.
am I 10 over for the crit? Oh wait, no, that's a different game.
That's a real game.
Game we won. Select.
It's only 2.
Did I say that out loud? Shit.
I did.
So
We'll see. I have a lot of other things in store.
6 and 9. 11 and 14 damage.
What did you cast? Did you blow this thing apart? Because I failed my minion save.
It's fiery bolts that come out of my hand, but on rules wise, it's Eldritch Blast.
Okay. As you smash this thing into oblivion, as it burns down, you can see the skeleton inside. All the ligaments and stuff are gone. The bones are just held together by like the meat that's there. And it drains the rest of the liquid out and hits the ground. There are other ones floating in the water, and they're just swimming towards the shore where there is food. As it happens, you see the first huge metal hand come up to the shore as he starts pulling himself off, covered in these undead, as he's just throwing them back out into the water. The slod goes, you? With you? And he points to the iron golem.
I will give him a nod. Yes. All right. I think we should move on if more of these things are showing up.
Can't leave water for long. Move inwards.
You can't understand me unless you speak my language, sucker.
He's just
I only
saying
know-
move inwards. They don't.
Oh, okay. All right. I get it. I thought he was responding to me directly. I'm like, I don't.
He's
don't
just
work
starting
it
to walk away
two
from the
ways.
group.
All right. I'm being.
He
Then
would
let's
try to
go.
mentally connect with Hagen or Zolorak. Does he let him do it?
Sure.
All right,
Why not?
you can talk back and forth. Your group can move away from this pretty safely to get to somewhere where there's not these creatures without any rolls. Especially between the Dragonel, the Iron Golem does follow. Eventually, Torak does glide down. As you round a corner, he steps out from some of the stone. This slod will mentally connect with everyone if they let them. So I'm only going to ask who doesn't let him.
Do you give us the heads up that he's trying to do that?
Yeah, he's just communicating telepathically. He's showing off. Let him.
He's showing off.
He's showing off. Don't worry about
Nah,
it.
it's just that their languages are slod in telepathy, but okay.
I'll let him.
He says, "You're the first soldiers I have seen that don't work for the Dragon Queen.
What are you doing here?
I live here.
Oh.
A poor summoning wizard that I ate left me here. Been looking for spawning crystal. But after being here for a while, I seek to eat the flying dragon people. They taste delicious."
That is a good occupation to have.
It is. Do
You have a
Do you
good
have
appetite.
any of the flying dragon creatures?
Not yet.
No. The one that he's riding doesn't count. That's with us. But the others, the
No.
soldiers,
Not those humanoid ones. So they explode
Oh, yeah.
into massive taste buds.
eat away. Their god must die, as must all of them. Unless they repent, I suppose. Haven't thought about it.
I mean-
Depends on the. It depends on the god, really, whether repentance is even worth it. If I'm being honest.
Weehan's going to turn to the slot and go, look, either way, you're welcome to them if you want to stick with us.
Everyone's free to
Feel good.
free themselves of their oppressors.
I'd like
They
to.
can make the decision.
I'd like to eat each one at least once.
Yes. I think that's very reasonable, and I think that we could use somebody who is familiar with the
I don't wish
territory.
to travel with you. Too dangerous. Temple.
Absolutely
the plants
fair.
eat everyone, and when that happens, the far gap starts to beep. You hear the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo from the far gap. With that, I'm gonna play
Oh.
Kelly's message that she's left as Adriel for everybody. I'm gonna pause the music. Actually, you know what? You don't need to see it. You just need to be able to hear it. Let me see if I can't do this. Because you guys can hear the music right now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let me see if I can do this. Play. Can you play it? It would be great if you could play it. So as it beeps and goes off, there's static at first, and you start to hear a little bit of. It sounds like clicking and beeping, and then a bunch of voices, and then finally you hear Adriel on the line. Out of all of you, who answers? Who has the far gap, and who answers the calls and communicates?
I mean, I feel like in trying to get down, I would have had to be the one to hold it because I was
just be a
not
backpack. It doesn't
casting or
matter.
anything. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't care.
Whoever, I just want to know who's your talker is basically what it comes down to.
Not Everett.
I guess.
No one wants to talk to Everett.
I guess I do it.
I will.
You're the soldier. Answer your call.
Yes, I'll accept the charges.
Collect. All right, here we go. What you got for me? We're gonna clip it. What you got?
All right, Heroes of Bogler. This is Adriel the Amazor again, and we're not quite sure
advisor.
where you are currently set up, but the Red Dragon Army is aware of a large army presence to the northwest, including a large iron knight golem thing and a walking structure. So I'm gonna assume that might be Weehan, maybe. Just wanted to give you a heads up
So,
that
Am I
they
the only one
do
that
know
can hear
you're
this?
there. I just don't know
Okay.
how much they're going to be able to do against it between the 300 slot in the manor / command center. 302. I'm sorry. 302. 302.
And then there's a pause and an explosion in the distance.
Also, that's right. Aldrin's here too. There's some
Large army in the
plants by the
northwest.
Temple of
There's
Paladine that are eating
302 slod?
things, but supposedly
The black slot turns and looks at you and goes, "More of me?"
Apparently. 302 more of you? I guess?
Where? Brethren? Where?
I don't know.
There's an
If I
explosion
had-
in the distance.
If I was a betting
Like-
man, I would say over there.
Like, you ever been on a phone and someone's like, yeah, there's something horrible going on, and there's an explosion, and you hear it, and then you hear it later in the phone call? That is what this does.
That's
they're
what
just
just
eating
happens.
the
Like,
evil creatures. So
No, they're
pretty
eating
sure
any-
it's Definitely.
oh, they're eating anything. Okay, so they're eating anything. Like maybe it was a
And
defense
apparently there's
mechanism back in the day.
plants
I know a
at the
detective who
temple.
used to do that, but
About a detective.
you might want to
Use
watch out for that
piercing
too.
plants.
Also,
Watch out for that.
Darren is here. I'm not sure if he's by himself, and Liam might be
Darren's
here.
here.
We're gonna try and check that out.
Liam might
Anything
be
else?
Here.
You two, did I miss
They're
anything
trying to
else?
Say that. Or they're trying to figure that
Yeah,
out.
if you could, if like, if
You received this message. Please call me back. So someone does pick up and you're speaking to somebody, and on Tuesday, I'll ask who answers the call. And I'm just going to play this message.
So anyway, if there's any cuties in the area, have them give me a call.
Oh.
Yeah, we got this
Hangs up
death
the
slot.
phone.
Yes.
It's like, right. We're supposed to be looking out for tail, I guess. For
Torque goes, points to your dragon, tails.
GM, can we roll perception for any cuties in the area?
There's 0, unless she likes Slod. Does she like Slod? She's in the chat. Would you like Death Slod? As the message plays and goes through, the explosion goes off and then there's static again. As you're talking about what's going on and the fact that there are plants that are eating people, the Slod says, yes, the building near us, it eats everything that passes by. You must swim. Only safe way.
that's where we're trying to get.
Wonderful.
Or maybe magic, but I do not have that. Well, at least not travel magic.
Eric, could I roll either Arcana or Nature to see what lore I might know about the plants? Maybe if there's a conversation in my basement that I've had about plants with somebody?
Nope, not like this. No, this is in the middle of fucking nowhere, and you do not research it and plant this because it's something that happened after knowledge has been gained for this place.
Okay.
You would have had to live here to even have an idea of what it is. You can see them in the distance. Once you get closer, you could maybe make a roll. It'd be nature.
If we
Nature?
Once we get there, yep.
Yeah, just let me know when.
It sounds like they know we're here, or at least approaching, so maybe we don't have to be as subtle as we were planning.
Well,
But I would like to take 30 minutes to gather my power again, and then we could be off and I'd be at full capabilities once more.
The Slod would prod, and you'd hear something in croaks and groans, but in your head, you would hear shelter. Do you need shelter?
What do you thought? What do you suppose we should do? Should we seek shelter? I would like to just go in there, charge head first, but I need to recharge.
Shelter? And he prods anyone else who...
It's a lot of calculations to get to where we got without appearing inside a wall.
That is true. There's a building with roof this way.
I suppose they'd be expecting us, so I don't see
Or
a
we
problem.
go, or I take you to temple. I know safe way.
Or we press on and I draw upon the power of the STREAMLOOTS cards. It doesn't matter.
Sounds even better.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's do it up. Let's get you a spell slot. How's that sound? Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah.
A spell slot
Let's
card?
get a spell
Let's
slot.
get a spell slot card. We're going to use spell slot card from Trickster. Please roll a d6 for the amount of spell slots you can get back.
I'm
You need more than
guessing that
one?
because of
Don't
that
you worry. There's
explosion,
plenty.
Then we might be... People might be distracted right now, so we might actually have a little bit of edge to this movement.
Only one way to find out. You do have a large golem and a dragonelle walking through, so hiding for you is at disadvantage.
Yeah.
With that said, audience, can I get a D6 and a D8, please, for the lovely city sights and city encounter table? As you're traveling with this guy, as he's walking you there, it is a far distance. Like, you guys touch down, like, here, right? And he's taking you along this path, across the bridge that he's put in place here, through here, across into the back of the temple, and then across the water to the front. This is like 2,200 feet that he's taking you. But it's the safest route. He is taking you as safe as he can.
He's not just running up the meter.
No, he's like, yeah, right. He does tell you
He's
that,
never been in this town.
right?
Take the long way around.
He's like, if you are going to be fighting these dragon men, creatures. If you were to bring me pieces back of them, one of each, I would be willing to give you this. And he reaches into a pouch and pulls out a ring in trade. But I would want one piece of each so I can taste the buds of their destruction.
I'm sorry to keep asking this. Could I roll a knowledge check to see what I know about death slides and if this
It's
could
Arcana.
be from Arcana?
Mhm.
Yes.
You can absolutely roll to see what they are.
That's a 16.
You've no fucking idea what this thing is.
Cool.
I can tell you that their challenge rating, because they're extra planier, and the level that they are, or CR they are, is way above that. But I trade. One of each, 3 ring, magical. Never worry about falling and hurting yourself again. Good for dragon riders. Stole it off of Dead One.
I think that's fair.
That does sound handy.
When he puts it back in the pocket, you see he slides it over a hand that's in the pouch. So what do we get here? We got a 6 for the D6, and what do we get for the D8 here? We got a 3. So wandering through this, I'll give you the next city site. On the side of a long fault line, it has risen about 10 foot. It sheared the building in half. And in that area where it is kind of ripped in half, you do see what you thought were people at first. But as they talk, they walk through this building that's raised up, and they phase through the walls as they are bickering to each other about how the displays are set up improperly at their shop. Easily you can tell that these are some form of spirits or ghost, but because he is taking you the safe route, you do not have to encounter them unless it's something you want to do. If you would have done this on your own, you'd have been fighting 3 fucking ghosts, bickering about their shop. But because you're working the slide, it is a safe passage unless you do something of your own accord.
I mean,
We're
I
gonna
like
have
safe.
enough to fight.
Okay. He goes, spirits all over. These are Isotarians, original inhabitants of city. They're dead.
They don't know that, though, do they?
Who cares?
I just point to him. I'm like, yeah, dude's right. Who cares?
No reason to
We're here
worry.
to help the living.
Have pillaged shop many times. Much good items there.
We'll send a federer later.
Right? Wrong game, but yes.
Wrong game.
There are many people who are there that have pillaged shop, but I have found secret areas in there. Many items I wear are from there. Across passageway is to temple. I warn you though, plants are man-eaters. Frogs as well. Toads, slod. I don't think they care. If it moves, they eat it. I wish you best. I'll wait here. Bring back body parts. 5. One of each.
One of each kind is what you want.
Yes, correct. You must cut limb or body part, or bring the whole thing back live. But they explode. Some acid, some petrify. Each tastes delicious.
Eric, I have a question.
I mean, wouldn't be Weehan unless you did.
You guys gotta eat.
Is there anything that I have in my bag of bones that has
Nope.
the... Okay.
They don't have bones. You're trying to give him stuff ahead of in advance. Unless you have Dragonel body parts, or not Dragonel, sorry, Draconian body parts, they don't count. And they don't have bones because when they die, they go poof.
Yeah.
Very fair. Okay.
You'd have to cut a limb off, and then that limb could be given to it.
What I
Okay.
thought was going to be a escort quest is now a fetch quest, which is I'm much more. I'm better at those.
You don't even have to do it. He's just giving you an offering. He'll give you
No, I
something
mean-
if you do.
He helped us out. I mean, if we end up collecting the 5 samples,
Sure.
what the hell?
So the temple here has the silver or platinum triangle of Paladine. I know that Drew's character obviously knows what it looks like and is familiar with it. This place is surrounded by a a ring of trees of purple and greens. A semi-crushed bridge leads up to it. That's the one you see to the west there, which is where he's kind of bringing you in. He took you under the bridge and is taking you up on the other side. He's under the bridge, and he says there's a path up and in. Just be warned, plants are man-eating. The water deepens at first. You do have to swim for a short moment, but it breaks into an embankment that the waters are like 2 to 3 foot deep, and then rise up into this violet leaf-covered treed area. You can see ruins in the background and vines everywhere. I'm going to move us to the other map. Yep, this one came with a map for the Temple of Paladine. You'll notice it's blacked out. I have everyone's vision here. It is daylight out. This is just what you can see short of obstructions. You came under the bridge that is right here to your north of you. And this water here is about 3 foot deep with stairs that go up into the tree line. And I'm going to leave you there. The temple is past this area, further east into, past this raised up mound of trees. What would the group like to do? I will tell you this is the third most dangerous area in maybe the entire adventure.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Right.
At this point, Eric, would I be able to roll the nature or arcana? Nature.
Are you going to do it visually, or are you going to go up and make contact?
Visually right
Disadvantage, but you're happy to do so.
Beautiful.
They're just purple trees. You don't see any man-eating or carnivorous plants here.
now. Okay, so yeah, that's a 7.
No idea. If you make contact with it and you were to like look at them, I'll let you re-roll at a normal roll. That's up to you.
By
Are
that,
you-
like
Oh, I forgot to
making
bring iron
contact, is that like
Physically
touching?
touching it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I have Torak there. Let me grab the iron golem. Ba-da-bum-bum. And I will drag him onto the table for you as well.
Karen's gonna move to this staircase here in the water.
Sure. Here we go. Torak would ask, are we making our way into here? What is our plan exactly?
I think time is kind of the essence.
Yes, we are trying to make our way in.
Right, what are we looking for here? I'm with you because I've been told to come and assist your group, but I don't know what we are looking for.
I think the first
We're
thing we
looking-
need to find is was it an anvil you were looking for?
Yes, we're looking for a forge.
Well, I could fly over top here semi-safely, but if these are man-eating trees, I am not a man. And nor is it.
This is true.
If they're bloodthirsty, that is.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
Explore away.
He looks to the...
It didn't
That
sound.
is your choice to make.
He looks at the iron golem and he goes, stairs, let's move. And he starts to move him forward. When it gets to here, does anyone have a passive perception of at least an 18?
I might actually.
Mine's only a 17.
19.
Okay. You notice that some of the trees slowly move towards the opening. Like the path through.
No. Stop.
It keeps going. He's like, stop. And it stops in its place. And the trees kind of stop near the walkway, like on each edge. And they're moving slow, but like enough to where you do notice it.
They're moving continuously. This is perhaps not a bloodthirsty, more as a kills movement situation.
Well,
Maybe.
what's the chance a tree is going to hurt a creature made of metal?
I mean,
if you would like your friend to be the guinea pig, that's fine.
We're not friends. It is an implement.
Okay, well, if you would like your implement to be the guinea pig, then that is fine.
Depends on the wood and the metal.
Well,
The
this is
Maxons
made of
can't chop some
adamantine,
trees.
so or at least I think it is.
I'm gonna like swing my mace once and be like, oh, if it's adamantine, then he's probably going to be fine.
At least I think it. I'm not positive. I'm no metallurgist, but if you have a better plan, you can walk in if you would like.
Can I try to see if he, like, the iron golem matches my mace?
If
Like,
you
to
were to
see if
take
he is
your
adamantine?
adamantine to it and like scratch at it, it cuts it fine. He's just made of iron.
Oh, okay. He's not made of adamantine.
Well, it's still
I
metal.
regret to inform you.
I didn't build him.
Didn't say you did.
So, do we send him through, or do you have a better plan?
I can only hurt so many trees at a time. And unfortunately, I would like to keep that spell for when one of the living are in danger.
I dismount.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, these trees, do they kind of feel like they go with the temple? Like they've
No.
always been here?
I mean, that's hard. Well, they're old and tall, I guess.
Okay.
They're old and tall. That's probably the best way I can describe them. But they're violet purple trees.
Okay.
And that's kind of like a causeway that goes up into the temple grounds. And it's thick. Like, you can't see through. You'd have to walk through and kind of like push branches and stuff out of the way to get through the causeway.
Is
And
any
it
of this?
encircles the place.
Yeah, I know.
Is there anything here?
We're at time?
For us to come.
Anything where?
I was just gonna measure here. Just a moment. Okay. Anything on the shoreline here, or in the first wave of trees? Anything like invisible or an illusion?
No, but you do see bodies hanging from some of the trees and dragon armor, like the first row in. You see some little glowing bits on some of the armor that Red Dragon Army men were wearing. Like soldiers. And they're hanging in the trees. Either by like their limbs or like in the trunk of the tree with like wood impaling them.
Besides bypassing this completely, I don't see how we're going to be able to get through there untouched. Maybe we should all just fly.
Same problem as coming in is the same problem.
You
as
can't
flying
do
out.
that.
You can do it. It's just high risk.
I'm assuming there's no way for me to swim around this, right?
No, it's when you walked up, you can see it's an entire circled area. This raised berm, it's like 10 to 15 foot in areas, is around the entire temple.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to try to circle the whole place in the water with undead looking for a path in, you're welcome to do so.
Eric, I'm gonna move up next to the Iron Golem,
Sure.
and
You get to there, one of the trees. You do, now that you're close, you can see they do move a little bit. It looks like they were blowing at first, but they are actually like pulling themselves past one another to get to the walkway that goes through. You don't see faces or anything on them, though.
I'm going to proclaim myself.
Okay.
as Suleras Ufmitas. I am Tyran Greystone, Knight of the Sword, and I request passage with my companions into the temple of my god.
Give me a diplomacy check. What god do you worship?
Paladin.
Give me your roll.
Not trained in persuasion, so let's go.
Well, that's a shame for you.
God damn, that is my like 5th 16 tonight. So that's a 18.
Into view, a
actually,
taller tree walks.
I'm gonna burn a card.
What card do you
I'm
want?
gonna burn a +2 to charisma check to make that
Sure.
a solid 20.
Okay. Let me go to the images here so I can put it on screen for you all. One of the trees walks forward, a little bit more of a lithe, feminine almost build to it as it walks out from between the rest of the group. It looks like this as it walks to the crosswalk. Dressed in like these vine-like, almost dressed to it in this purple, long, like hair and mane. As it puts its hand out to you in What languages does this thing have? In common, actually. First in Elvish, and then in common. It says that
Eric.
it says your deity does not allow passing into here.
Into his own temple?
This is what she says to you, or it says.
Who is allowed passage?
None of you, but someone of nature I could maybe let pass through my branches.
I worship Paladine, but I also follow the teachings of Habakkuk, if that helps.
Teachings and devotion is not the same thing.
Well, he is
Some
very
people can
important
garden, but I would not consider them a gardener.
Would it be helpful if I told you that I work with a god that is over the ocean?
Habakkuk,
The ocean is
Ziaboom?
nature.
Which one?
Ziaboom herself, yes.
Give me a persuasion check versus this thing. This is a chance to negotiate with it. She seems interested in the fact that you do worship somebody of water, especially the surrounding that you're in right now.
Yeah.
Eric, real quick.
I
you
feel
didn't
like a-
complete charisma check card, right?
Hmm?
That I used. You didn't complete a card that I used. Or you
Yeah,
did?
I didn't do it yet. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Completing it. Done. Thank
Whose was it?
you. Kyle's.
Okay. Thanks, Kyle.
It's an
Hey, Cal.
18?
18, would you like a bonus to charisma?
Yeah, I would.
We will use another one of Kyle's cards for bonus to charisma.
Thanks, Kyle.
You had an 18. You needed a 20.
That's a +2 card, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Thank God.
It walks forward out of the brush and says that I will grant passage to you and yours. I warn, I cannot protect you beyond the ring. Is there anything I could do or answer for you before you make your way to the temple? It is dangerous inside.
Is there anything I can expect to see specifically? You know, soldiers versus monsters versus dragons versus...
I have been here since Onari was a city that was tossed into the sky. I have been the gardener of this area, the city and the temple grounds. While I'm not a worshiper of Paladine, I was a person who believed in the deities. This place has been ravaged. The city has been ravaged with these draconic creatures and soldiers who burn down the plants to make ways into my abodes. I'm willing to let you pass as long as you do not disturb my children. And she kind of waves towards the rest of the trees in the circle. And you can see they have slowly been moving closer to the water's edge in case anything was to go bad. If you leave mine alone, we will leave you alone.
Of course, that seems like a very fair trade to me.
Well then. And she looks, and they all kind of lean back and part the way, allowing you to pass through. Are you bringing everyone? Are you leaving anyone out as a guard or anything, or is everybody going through?
I feel like these guys are going to be pretty good guards, so I feel like we should take everyone.
Yeah.
The golem to the bank, and I will move Torak to the bank. You bring the Dragonelle?
Yeah.
All right, and then I will grab the rest of you and bring you in as well. Oops, Wehan. Damn it.
That's because I was moving myself
I
step
don't know
by
if you.
step.
I didn't know if you could move through there, so I was just pulling you through. Because sometimes it blocks.
Oh, yeah.
As you pass your way through, I will say in the tree area, if you look around, you can see that it's just a big ring of trees that go around through the area. Like, it's a huge ring. But once you pass through, they close up the area again. And you will have to get passage back out. They basically guard anyone from coming into here. In front of you, there is a lake of water that has seemed to swell and bury the temple underwater. Stepping down, the water is currently about 3 foot deep for those who can't walk on it. And it is considered rough terrain for anyone who cannot walk on it. The lake is pretty clear. The temple is roughly triangular that you can see. There is a part that is ruined to the north side, mostly crumbled. The temple doors are half covered in water and have become to succumb to some form of, you're guessing, rot from the water. But the platinum inlays of the dragon still lay on the doors to the shrine.
Is there enough room for Chrysis to fly in here?
Again, it could fly around by itself if it wanted to, sure.
Well,
the
I'm
canopy,
wondering-
the trees go up, but it's not like overgrown or anything like that.
Right, but like, could I ride him and fly and land on the debris?
That is up to you if you want to do that. I will not tell you you can't.
Okay.
Question along similar lines, same concept. So you say that there are trees, it's not entirely overgrown, but
The ring
generally
the ring goes all the way around. That is overgrown.
Okay. Generally though, it seems that we are like obscured from vision for any
Unless
potential
it is
prying
top
eyes.
down.
From the size.
Beauts. Okay, cool.
I see what
Cool,
you're saying. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
We're
like a
not-
circle encompassing the place on a rise of like
we're still-
a berm of like 10 to 15 foot.
We're still under the sky. Like, we haven't entered anything yet.
Nope.
Got it.
Under the sky still.
Got it.
Just a flooded punch bowl. New Orleans, you could say.
Got
Oh.
it. And is this the door?
Yep.
Okay.
And the ruins are to the north that are shattered.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Chrysis to wait here.
Okay.
And I'm going to start walking to the door.
When you get about halfway into the water, is anyone else following?
I think that Weehan would switch into Ravencloak form.
Okay. So you're flying.
Yes.
Okay. Are you staying below the trees?
Yes.
Okay. So that means you can't go onto the roof of the building, but you could fly around it.
Yes. I think that Weehan would want to do a quick like sweep of the like perimeter, basically.
You are welcome to fly around the building. I will grab your character just so you don't accidentally put yourself into it. Where is... I'm going to move your person so I can grab it. There she is. So, going around... You can see here. You can see there's openings into the building there, right?
Okay.
And then around the backside. And then all the way around to the ruins.
Okay.
I need a perception roll for you as you do so. Are you doing this
Absolutely.
before he walks through? Are you telling him to wait?
I think it would be simultaneous, honestly. I don't
Okay.
think she would. I'm not going to be like, no, wait, let me go first. I'm just more of a like, this is interesting. You do you, I do me.
No, I'm not disagreeing with anything you just said.
Cool.
I do need a perception check then from both of you because one is above the
Okay.
water and one is below.
That's not great right there.
Damn.
So
25.
There is the currents just kind of wash and hit the shorelines on the ring and also on the temple and wash back, but there is something moving at a rapid rate from the north towards you.
I will move back out of the water and draw my sword.
I need initiative for you to get out before I get to you.
ooh,
Okay.
What is the rest of the party doing as you see him, say incoming and the raven flies around? What are the rest of you doing?
Shit.
Another 16, Drew?
No, another 18
ooh.
in a row, because that's what I rolled for my perception, because I have a +7.
Sounds like you're just looking at the same die. You know you have to roll it, right?
Oh my god.
It's on fire. I've rolled like 5 or 6 16s, 2 18s.
It makes up for the many episodes of you rolling like absolute hot garbage.
Fucking
Oh
hell.
my gosh.
Your dice know this is the end, or
Yeah.
our
yeah,
penultimate
they absolutely
Tuesday
do.
episode.
They
They're like, okay, let's
absolutely do.
throw him a bone.
So, what'd you get in total? Ooh, I rolled,
18. I have no dex modifier.
I rolled an 18 as well, good sir.
Oh, neat. Do you have a dex modifier?
Oh, I
'Cause
sure
I
do.
don't.
I sure do. What are the rest of you doing? As he's walking out and he says, incoming, what are the other two on shore doing? Torak's like, well, I intend to fly across. I ain't touching that fucking water.
That doesn't count as difficult terrain for either one of us. We can both walk on water.
Sure can, but I asked you what you're doing.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, we'll walk across.
Yeah.
All right, put yourselves anywhere between here and the building when this happens. Anywhere, you can be all the way up to the building, or you can be before it, because you don't have the rough terrain problem, because you guys can walk on. So put yourselves wherever you would like within movement, essentially, or double move. Fine with double move if you'd like to use a double move.
I'm gonna use right here.
My movement.
You said this happened when I was halfway.
Yep.
Erik?
Yep.
Okay.
Just keep yourself there. I got a total of 20. As I come rushing through, that means I would need the other two to roll as well for their initiative. Weehan, are you staying out of the water or in the water?
I'm out of the water, and I would also like to lean into my ideal of logic, and emotions must not cloud our logical thinking.
Sure. Walking it up.
Exactly. I think that her like perimeter sweep in general is a really logical like first step, staying below the tree lines anyways. So I would like to re-roll my perception.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Much better. 20.
You
Much
see it moving
better
as well.
than a 4.
There's no shape. It is just the current of the water moving against how the rest of the water is moving. You don't see an actual shadow or object.
Okay.
But I will say, around the corner, in the debris floating within it, you do see an odd. Let me get a description for you, because they're not a normal thing. Let me look this up. Come here. There is a male-esque creature with a fish-like lower half, bobbing in the debris, watching what is going on.
Okay, may I roll a mermaid knowledge
It is
check?
not mermaid.
Okay.
And you don't have that knowledge. Don't fucking lie to the camera. It would actually be
like Arcana or nature.
Yeah, no. I think it is nature for it.
Okay. 8. I don't know who or what this is.
You do not. You do not know what it is. I really don't have anything else to tell you. It is got a fish-like head, fish-like spine, and what you thought was like a fish-like tail, it slowly starts to float out of the water, and there's a whirlwind of water below it.
I don't like this. I don't like this thing.
It's not good.
Okay. So, and does it seem to be approaching?
No, it is
them,
floating
or-
in the water, and it seems to be moving its hands. Below you, did anyone beat the 20 for initiative out of the other people in the water?
No.
All right. Well,
They're
then
all walking on it.
that is great.
Actually, can I use one of my things to try to do inspiration?
What? Oh, you want to reroll? I don't know what you got.
Reroll. I can stare down a hellhound without flinching.
Nope, because there's nothing to stare down and you haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
If you want to
I
take
thought I
inspiration
had
for damage, I would allow that.
Absolutely not.
It's only 2d6.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need everything that I've got tonight.
All right.
Let's not play games.
Below you, as this ginormous whirlwind of water comes out from below you, engulfing you. I need you to make me an athletics check, I believe, for this creature. Let me double check it. Tara needs to make me a... Oh, it's worse than that. Is that right? Strength saving throw. It's worse. Actually, it's not athletics. It's just strength saving throw.
It's the same roll for me, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess it doesn't matter that much. Could have been worse. I'm also going to spend some Takesis points to up that DC by 2.
Okay, well, I rolled another 16. Plus 7 is a 23. And do we have any plus to strength cards? I don't think we do we?
There's just a strength. There's just a plus to roll for that.
I'll use a plus to roll then.
Plus 2 to roll. Who's you using?
Yeah, I'll make Kyle again.
Okay. So as you do that, this thing swirls up around you. You see a face appear inside the whirlwind of water. This maelstrom comes up, standing 20 foot over the water with you in the center of it. While I try to overwhelm you, I do beat my roll. As it crashes down on top of you and forms into this gigantic water elemental.
So as it crashes, I hold up my shield so it crashes on it, and then I put it down and I sheath my sword.
Well, give me a sec here. We are going to... Let me make sure I can move. I'm moving you out really quick so I can grab him.
Yeah.
And I want to move him to the token layer. And then the one alley that you saw, I'm going to move to the token layer as well. Back over by the water. Here.
Cool.
Since you know it is there.
And am I still like back here, or
Wherever
would
you would like to
only
be. You could have made a full lap. It's totally up to you. This is as you were flying around.
feel like
Let me bring
this
you
probably seems about right.
All right, there we go. That is the setup. I'm going to delete these people who are in here right now. I'm going to add all of you in, and I'm going to need initiative for this.
Woo.
Thought we should roll initiative.
I need you to add your initiatives in, though. I'm putting the...
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't roll yet, so I should do that.
Let me add you to the turn order.
Thank you.
I think that's everybody, right? Does everybody have one in there? Looks like it. Delete that. We don't need that over here. And just type your initiatives in. Your Dragonel will just go when you go. I'm totally fine with that. It makes it much cleaner. Iron Golem and Torak go at 14. Torak, 14. Iron Golem.
I don't think I'm in initiative just yet.
Oh, you moved.
You are not.
You moved. I need to move you because I can't grab your fucking initiative thing. There we go. Now you're in. It was off screen. I couldn't add you. 14. Dang. Come on, what the fuck? 14. There you go. Adding initiative in Roll20 is maybe the most annoying thing in the game. Because it doesn't always take. What's your Dragonel? What's yours? Yours was a 13. What was yours? 18. All right, there we go. Is everybody in? Everybody's in. All right, everybody. This fight sucks. As a heads up. Dragon Army, Dragonel, and you. I have a +2 to my initiative. You guys have nothing. I go before you, along with the water elemental. I'm just having the two creatures go at the same time. All right, man. I'm going to use, I guess, myself first. Water elemental's gonna go.
So was the whirlpool not his attack?
It's just on appearance. It does it. It's just part of their move.
Oh wow.
Cool.
I'm going to.
Well, if that's the case, I haven't sheathed my sword yet because I haven't been able to.
I'm going to multi-attack. I'll hit you twice. I got a natural 20 and a 25.
Both hit.
All right. Natural 20 is the first huge wave-like fist comes crushing down. I do... Let's see here. 18 points of damage from the non-crit, and then for the crit would be max. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then I got to roll the other half. 20, 34. So 18 and 34. First hit's 34 from the crit as it hits you. 18 from the other one. I hit you with both. I need you to make me another strength saving roll as I try to push you under the water.
Okay. That's another 18.
I cannot.
So
I'm just not strong enough to get you pushed underneath. With that, you feel a cold start to spread over your body. Well, as long as you are in combat with the elemental right now, your speed is reduced by 20 feet as the water around you begins to freeze. In case you want to move from the area or anyone wants to move into the area. With that, I'm going to go with my other creature. Did I notice Weehan flying? I did not. I did not notice the bird. I am going to cast... What's my range? 60. 60 foot. I am going to shoot. I think that is Everin on top of the water. Roll to hit, 60-foot range. 22 hit you.
Yes, you're fine.
As a jet of water shoots out from behind the ruins, you can now see this fish-like creature with this whirlpool lower body. As I hit you for 22 points of damage, as the jet stream hits you and starts to freeze. I do need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, and it is not to take half. It is for something else.
Well, I dropped that d20, which means it wasn't meant to be. But
Bye,
I roll
D20.
all dex checks
You're
with
gone
advantage.
forever.
So, we'll take the second one. That's a 21.
The blast is strong, but since you're able to walk on water, it's not enough to move you. You feel like an average person getting hit by this would be tossed. And when I say that, you see on the inside of the ring a lot of dead bodies impaled on the trees around the ring.
Cool.
Well, that is my two actions. That takes us to the Dragonelle and to Terran. What would you like to do, good sir?
I'm going to... Let's see. I don't know how much fire damage would do against an elemental, and I wouldn't
You don't know
have
unless you
that.
try.
Wouldn't have that.
Or spend an action to learn.
Ooh, hang on.
And we do have a lot of cards that can be used during this fight in case we need them. We do have the crit cards. I think we have a couple of those left for your team. We have two negate crits, actually. We don't have actual crits. We have two negate crits. Do we have any harm cards left? You guys have 5 harm cards you can do. Which I would make a save on, or I'm taking a shit ton of damage. I don't know if there's any. There's one assassination attempt left as well. What do we want to do? You know, before the end of the show.
I do not want. I'm going to cast a bonus action.
Okay.
To cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Can't argue that.
It's gonna up my AC by 2.
Okay.
And then that's 5 points to do that. And then I'm going to attack with the elemental.
You're going to attack the elemental, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. He's underneath you. I don't know why you're pointing over to the other guy, but yes. Or is that somebody else doing it? I don't know. Was that Hagen?
I was.
Wow, hide from others doesn't hide from the GM, huh? Okay.
No.
Cool. Good to know. I was
Why
just
would it
measuring
hide?
distance.
It shouldn't hide anything from me. That would be ridiculous.
It says hide from others. I didn't know how many others it included.
It's everybody else. Like, I can't see it on the other screen. All right, Drew, give me a roll to hit.
My first attack, I rolled a 4. I'm going to use my honor is my life, knight. I'm so close to getting into this temple, so I'm going to use it to
Fair.
attack. Again. Dice. Roll a 5 that time, so that's going to miss, I'm guessing. Because
Sure
that
fucking
would only
is.
be a...
Unless you like inspiration for damage.
No, I'm just going to take my second attack, because that's only a... I'm guessing a 13 doesn't hit him.
No,
Okay,
it does not.
second attack.
Well, I'll be honest. ACs are low in this game, so, you know, it's always worth asking, because this isn't Pathfinder.
Christ. Looks like the pendulum has swung the other way.
What'd you get?
How about a 17?
That hits.
Okay, cool.
100% hits me. What could possibly go wrong, serving hands? Everything. That's what could go wrong.
Yeah.
Everything.
And
Everything.
Since I used that roll, I'm gonna go ahead and use Precise Strike to add another D8
Okay.
to this.
Would you like to
So
spend some cards for extra damage?
I absolutely would.
All right, we'll use this one. You get an extra D4. We'll use one of the potion ones for you. That's an extra D6. We don't really have a purple one that I would recommend using, unless you want to get rid of, like, Wild Magic Storm. That would add an extra D10 on top of that. I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
D4, D6, and D10 added to it. Thank you, Kyle, Serving Hands, and Nessie of the Lake. No, I'm okay. I'm gonna leave the water elementals down for that. They don't want to fuck. Sorry.
Come on. Rolled 2 ones on the damage dice. 13,
That's
14 plus 4. 18 points of damage.
18. Okay, cool. I'm fine. I'd love to tell you that that wasn't true.
Matters.
Oh, I'm still up. I mean, I'm glad it's magical. I kind of assumed that. Would you like to use any other attacks that you have? And are you bringing the Dragonelle in, or are you telling it to stay at shore?
No, I'm gonna keep it where it's at because it doesn't have a swim speed. And
All right. I mean, it can fly. It can fly by and attack it.
I mean, I suppose, but I use my attack, so I can't use handle animal to do it. So.
All right, that's you. That takes us to Everin.
I used all the cards too.
You did. So. Everin, you got hit by a jet stream. You see a water elemental, and it's not looking the best. What do you want to do?
I want to try to do Toll the Dead.
Okay.
I need a.
Who are you doing it on?
The elemental.
Okay, the elemental.
Yeah. You do that?
Toll the Dead. What does that do?
You point at one creature that you can see within range. Target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take. For my case, for my levels, it would be 2d12 because it's already.
What type of damage, though?
Necrotic.
Okay, I can take that. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool.
I failed by the way.
Oh, sweet, lovely. I love that for me. So I need.
I love that for me.
I mean, I do. I love that for me. I know you probably don't love that for you, but that part's not my problem.
I'll just make more.
That's fine. All right, 19 points of damage.
Okay, another 19. All right, anything else? Do you want to move from where you are? Are you staying there? Are you going to open the door? Are you going to move in?
I want to go ahead and bonus action Calamity so it's ready for the rest of this.
And what does that do?
That's exploding dice.
Gotcha.
All my damage dice.
Are you staying where you are, or are you moving? The door is just to your right.
Part of me wants to open it, and the other part of me is like, but what if there's more in there that's just immediately going to try to kill us? Maybe we do one thing at a time here. I'm just going to back up a little bit this way. The guy in the blue vest is our death friend, or is that not death friend?
This is the thing that hit you with a jet blast.
Never mind, we're gonna back up in the other direction.
He is a weird fish-looking creature with a whirlwind water lower half. All right, that will take us to the Iron Golem of Torak. Torak tells the Iron Golem to attack the water elemental, and then he is going to... Where do I want Torak to go? Where is Torak? Here he is. Torak is going to fly, do a flyby attack on it. So both of them are going to go. Natural 20 for Torak. The Iron Golem misses. Torak hits it for, because he does 2d12. Hits it for 22 points of damage. Pretty good. As he flies by and hits it, that would take us to Hagen. Hagen, you know what that creature is in the other side. It seems very familiar to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to say much more than that, but you know what it is. Would you like to give me, as a free action, because you do know what it is, a knowledge check on, just to see how much you know?
Is it going to be Arcana?
They are... Yes, it is Arcana. Arcana, or I guess Nature could be used too?
Arcana I'm trained in. Let's go with that. 21.
It is
wait.
a...
Yes, 21.
21? It is a Marid. Marid are a large elemental genie-like creature almost. They can control water elementals, make jets of them. They are very astute spellcasters. And the one thing you know that's the most important is they can go invisible. And they control water.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
So Zolrock, who has a long history with creatures like this, this is, he turns to this guy like he sees him, like he's zeroed in on him. Everything else has dropped away. And he's like, cousin, it has been so long.
Oh, I'm so fucked.
And while I would love to stand here and tear you to pieces, I have bigger oppressors to fight and destroy. So that precious freedom that you love to destroy and to remove, I will give to you. Because I have more important things to do. But when you return to our families, I want you to know Zolrock has returned. Hell is coming with him. And I will cast a spell. Give me a charisma save for both of these guys. I'm gonna spend a card for I'm fucking banishing you.
I'm getting
bitch. Get
fucking
out of here.
banished.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew I was getting banished.
Oh god damn it!
What
Not
do I
real
have
hard
to
about
make?
trying.
Charisma save, please. And I'm raising the DC
By
of the
one?
card
Yeah.
by 1.
Yeah.
I see
From
you,
certain
Todd.
hands, thank you.
I see you trying to save me in this game with the banishment spell. I feel it.
I have a good charisma. All right, charisma.
Not good enough.
But not good enough with an 8. That's a 13?
Alright, so both of them actually, and I'll turn, like, as it affects the water elemental as well, I will
What?
say, yeah, at this level it affects 2 creatures.
Yeah, sure does.
Oh,
So, I'll say the
I love
same
having
thing I'll
banished.
turn to the water elemental, it's like, be free, go home, don't let this thing control you anymore.
and it just washes away around him. I thought these things
Peace
have like
out.
200 hit points. Not anymore.
Oh, it still does, just back on its own plane.
Boosh,
When in
gone.
doubt, banish it out.
Yeah,
Katie,
gone.
yes.
Yes, gone.
Yep,
Banished.
fine.
I'm. What would you like to do? We're out of combat. Let me just let me make this official. Ready? Let me just make this official on screen. See this? See this here? Goodbye. There is no more. See you later. Then it's you see the iron golem swing again, and it just whoosh, the water splashes out. Torak is on the wall next to the door, holding on, and he kind of climbs down a little bit. And he goes, "Well, that was much easier than I thought it was going to be."
You mortals
Inside?
have been such a bad influence on me, I let him live.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, is what Torak says.
Good talk.
Weehan makes a mental note that definitely white robe intentions there.
Yeah, you know what? Kinda, as fucked up as that is to say, kind of. With that, I'm assuming Terran's gonna move towards the door, right?
Yes.
All right. So I had a great plan here for his next round. I was super excited. I was gonna use plane shift on somebody and just get fucking rid of them for the rest of the campaign. Didn't work.
All
The
one and a
look
half
on Allie's
episodes.
face.
I was literally gonna plane shift the weakest person here and just say make a new character, pick a retinue member. I'm not even fucking around. So that was awesome.
Hardcore.
The door is grown over. Torak starts pulling the vines away with his stone-like claws. The door is partially submerged, but between Terran and Torak, you can easily push this door open. They want me to make you make a DC 13 strength check, and that seems stupid at this level. Like, why are you Hold on.
I made it.
D&D, why are you calling for checks so pitiful when this door is stopping them from getting in is the most arbitrary part of this entire fucking city. Makes no fucking sense. Anyway, I hate it.
Imagine if we all failed our rolls, we couldn't get the door open.
I guess if in
Adventure
combat,
over.
like in combat, I can see using it, but like walking, it's just stupid to me. It'd be different if it was like locked and the plant growth was over, and if you didn't cut the plant growth off, it was like an 18. That would make sense to me. What do I know? So the door gets shoved open. What the fuck would I know? Let me move this out of the way just so you can see it a little easier. Dynamic lighting. I'm just gonna make this wall transparent so you can see through into the room. Restrict player movement. No, I don't want you to restrict player movement. I want them to be able to move through. So inside, you can see more water. There is a set of stairs that go up. Please move yourselves into the room, but don't move more than like a square past the door. I want to give you a description and give you a chance to make decision before I do anything. Torak tells the Iron Golem to guard the door. Just in case something happens. He will come in with you if we need him. He's like, if we need him, we'll call him in. But I feel like we should have something guarding our backs. Between that and the Dragonelle, we should be good. Inside the room, what is this? This is that one. The water is murky. It covers this triangular-like chamber. To the east, there's a large hall that narrows into a raised area with an altar. The north side of the building is a tangle of fallen stone and beams, just ruined. Vines have grown over it. Just going through it means you'd have to cut your way out or fly or climb over. The ceiling that is in here, that is still intact, is 20 foot high. The windows emit a little bit of light from outside, but not a lot. They're pretty dark and grown over again in vines. The water is dark and you cannot see more than a few inches below. What does the party want to do? And just for clarity, there is a door here that you can't see that well, but there's like a little white speck. There's a door there. And then there is also... There's also a door here that you can kind of see as well. Just so you know that there's a double set there and then a single door next to you. What would the party like to do?
Well, we came this far, didn't we?
Are you in a bird form still, or did you switch back? Is
Is
it just a raven? Is it just a raven? No. We've already established this. The raven can do minimal speech.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
that's right, we
still in bird form.
Okay. All right. Where are you going to be, since you can kind of fly around the inside of this room?
I guess I would be perched on.
Torak is a gargoyle.
Yeah, that feels right.
All right. He looks and goes, "Is this the wizard?"
Yes, it is.
He turns and goes, "Don't shit on me."
Some days you're the pigeon, some days you're the statue.
And as we established in an earlier episode, it is canon that once it leaves, it becomes human shit again because the transformation wears off.
Yep.
Did we
did
establish
say
that? I don't remember establishing that.
I do remember saying that last
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Just a
Unfortunately.
bird turd turned into a full.
The bird.
Jeez.
The bird too.
Okay, cool.
It's like the huge back one of Castle Crashers.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
no.
Necro Dookie.
Ew.
Where do we want to go?
Taryn is going to walk up to the altar.
All right, where are you walking? Please give me your walking path, good sir.
Straight line.
Stop here.
Okay.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be that easy.
As you walk, ground
He's got
gives
faith.
way. You ever been in Lake Erie or Lake Michigan where you think it's all shallow and you finally find that one spot that fucking ain't?
Fucking drop off. Yep.
And I would like to remind you what you're wearing. Disadvantage athletics check. As you just see Taryn go, walk, boom, just disappear under the murky water.
Well, maybe.
Remind everyone of the
might-
title of this episode.
No, you still are going to at least go below the water. We're just going to see if you come back up.
What is it? Athletics?
Athletics to swim, man.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
That's a 15 without adding anything.
15. You sink. Whoosh. Down below.
I'm going to play a +2 to roll card to make it a 17.
17 will get you to where you bob back up. You do
Cool.
feel something grab your foot.
Okay.
What would the rest of the party like to do? As he comes
Can I
back up
go
for
in-
air.
Can I go underwater and see what it is?
If you'd like to swim underwater, you're welcome to. It is very shallow. It's only like where you're at, it's like a foot, and then when you get closer to him, it's 3 foot, and then when you get to where he is, it goes down deep. Looks like it's a hole about 10 foot across.
He comes up for air. Drop off.
Are you diving under the water then to go look?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go to the side this way a little bit, so I'm like at an angle,
All right.
like out of the 10 foot.
He is. Can you move yourself? Hold on here. I gotta move you again. You're just out of it. It's here that it happens. When you move yourself over, you do see something holding on. It is in kelp and in wrappings. You see a glowing, like not glowing, but like when the light shines through, something shining around its necklace, like around its neck. And it is holding on to him with just sunken, hollow eyes. When it sees you, it is going to reach for you as well. As its limb stretches 10 foot to make a grapple attack on you.
I said I wanted outside of the 10 foot.
You're not going to be able to see it then. I told you it's murky and you can't
Oh.
see more than inches.
Okay, well then I'll be in the 10 foot and I'll.
But I don't think a
it's
17 hits you, does it? It doesn't. Oh, you have a low AC, I forgot.
I have a low AC.
Wait, it hit
it's not
my AC?
considered. It's not considered a fiend or an undead then.
Yeah, I
right?
held a 32 for you. Yes.
Shit.
I got advantage. Surprise, bitch. Did 17 hit you then?
It's not a fiend or an undead, right?
It is undead.
Then no, it does not.
I'll give you a religion check for free since it is undead. When it hits you, it does not make impact. I feel really bad.
We love to see it.
I feel really bad. I didn't give that to you.
Uh,
I also think knowledge
that's a
check should be a bonus action.
24.
24?
Mm-hmm.
I will show you the image that you can see. I'll show the rest of the audience as well. You guys can all see it as well, just because of the fuck of it. It looks like this.
Sweet.
It is some form of you're guessing a mummy, a surviving cleric or somebody of the temple. You know that its touch is extremely dangerous. And that brings me to the saving throw for Terran.
Great.
It is a Constitution save, which I believe you're actually pretty good at.
Is this
no,
similar
actually.
to the things that we encountered when we met the Slod?
No, it is not.
Different.
This is actually in wrappings. The other ones were like bloated corpses.
Something else we don't want touching.
Yep. The slab was definitely speaking in general about things in the area.
Sure. I mean, any creature here you probably don't want touching you.
What'd you get there, buddy?
Not enough. I'm going to take damage for advantage.
I wish I could hear you.
Inspiration! Please
Inspiration.
give me 2d6, audience. I will grab one card for you. We're going to go back in history. We're going to use a KJ Dawson one. It only seems right with a fire gap warning.
Yes.
What you got there, Drew?
I haven't rolled yet.
Go ahead and roll it while they're rolling 2d6 damage in the audience. Hi, Amalith. Oh, that didn't look good.
Good times it.
You feel the kelp in the wrappings crawl under your armor. I am now a weight holding on to you. All athletic checks are at disadvantage to get out of the water.
Great.
You take 3 points of damage. Could have been worse. You do more than that when you cut yourself to cast a fucking spell. That brings us to the rest. Hagen, Weehan, what would you like to do? You saw Everin dive under the water, come up and say mummy. I'm assuming you say it's a mummy
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah. I would let them know that it's undead creature, and I've got something I'd like to try, but I may not be as successful as some other people.
I would love to say this is going to be difficult, but we have two people who basically either destroy undead or make undeads. I just don't...
Did either of them control undead?
That is a question for them, not for me.
I don't think I can, but I would like to... Can I guess the thing?
I need to know what Hagen and them are doing first. You took an action.
Okay. Fair.
I considered taking an undead control type spell when I leveled up to 10, but I didn't want to step on Weehan's toes.
You would
So
really think that I
avoided
would
it.
like have that. I can create undead, but I can't just be like, hey, what's up? You're undead? You want to like work for me? That ain't how it works, apparently.
Okay.
You can be like, this is my sack of undead. Get in it. You know?
Yeah.
That's about it.
This is a sack.
I would like to
Get in it.
cast command on the mummy to get in my sack of dead things.
You don't have that, but that's nice.
Yeah, it's a good thought, right?
Hagen, anything for you? Are you just doing anything? Are you moving anywhere? Doing anything? Are you walking into the water? Are you walking on the water? Are you flying? Are you staying?
Yeah, Zolrok's always floating a couple inches above the ground anyway, and he can go over water, so he's not really getting himself wet.
Okay.
He's a being of fire. He's
Yeah, I
born
don't
of
think
fire.
that
He doesn't
quenching
want to go
yourself.
swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I can see the creature down there, I could probably like.
You would have
shoot
to
at
be
it
within
or
5 foot of
something,
him to see it.
right?
It's
But
too
what if I
murky.
had true seeing.
If you're choosing, can it see through obscuring things? How does that work? Can you see like through magical darkness and shit like that?
Let me just open that up. Right
Should
here. I
be
have
able to.
Because if so, then yes. I think you can't see through obstructions like cover, but I think you can see through things that obscure vision. If that's the case, then yeah.
so many 5e tabs open. It's terrible.
Just do the I in the letter I in here and look it up.
True sight. See in normal magical darkness, see invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions, succeed on saving throws against them, perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed magic, see into the ethereal plane,
None of those things.
see things as they actually are, notice secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane. I guess that doesn't let
None
me
of
see
those
through
things.
mud.
I didn't think so.
Okay, well,
Good
now we know.
old water trap. So you have to be within
You
5
and your
foot?
bog mummies.
I didn't write this thing.
Let's see. You didn't? Oh, okay.
No. This is part of
That's
this. Is
cool.
part of the fucking. Nothing past the trees have been me.
Well, I'm going to activate my special aura.
Okay. And where are you going to?
This is called. Where's my power? Did I not add it to my? Oh yeah, my aura of courage. I take an action. I activate that. It lasts a minute. Advantage on death saves and saves against being frightened. And on
okay.
my turn, I can do other things. On my next turn.
On your next turn. Okay. So
Oh
then
no!
that.
Oh no! I'm sorry. A bonus action. A bonus action is he? I can't see him though, right?
Not unless you go within 5 foot.
No. All right. Well, the aura should extend into the water. That's what I'm doing for now.
Okay, and that takes us to Weehan before we go into initiative rounds. Weehan, anything you'd like to do? Giving everyone an action.
Someone should pull him up.
So this mummy has already attacked some of my companions.
Under the
so-
water, though, and you can't see anything. You just know what Everin has told you, and when he surfaced and said hey, something's got him, you can't see it unless you're within 5 foot because the water's too murky.
Beautiful. So I would say, you know what? We're gonna do this because I haven't gotten to use this yet, and I think it's fun, and I think it could actually be helpful right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast a cantrip,
Okay.
where it's within 30 feet, which I think is fine. I do not need sight on them, and I know the direction that she just came from.
Yeah, I mean, you
So-
can see his head above the water because
Is-
he did make his roll.
Beautiful. So as I cast this spell, a spectral meat hook is flung at the creature of my choice, connected to a spectral chain. So I'll be making a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
On a hit, they'll take 2d8 piercing damage as a spectral meat hook plunges into their body. Before the beginning of my next turn, if the target attempts to move more than 30 feet away from me, they must succeed on a strength saving throw or be prevented from moving farther away.
Okay,
So-
I will say you have disadvantage on this, though, because you can't see it, and you do have to
Yeah.
make an attack roll.
All right. Well, the first one is a 26.
Okay.
And the second is a 2 on the dice for a total of 10.
Would you like a +2?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool, you hit.
Cool.
Because ACs in
So
this game suck. There's no
Yeah.
reason for them. Did you roll a 1? No? You hit.
let's see.
It's
That
got a
is going to
fucking
be
AC 11 is a mummy.
beautiful. That's 8 points of damage.
8 points?
Piercing damage.
Okay. All right, I'm hooked.
And he now has a hook in him.
Awesome. I'm now hooked. Are you moving? Also, are you not casting that in bird form?
Wihan is now just sitting on Torak's shoulder.
So you are actually south. Torak's south of you. He's over here.
Yes. So
Put
you're
yourself
right
over there.
here.
And that takes us into a lovely initiative, and this is where I think things are going to get spicy. Let me clear the roll. Everyone can roll their stuff. I'll get you guys all added into the turn order. I don't think this is going to be very difficult because you guys are able to do a shit ton of damage.
Yeah. And if we can actually act,
Well, hopefully I can go before you so I get a fucking turn.
well, you will. At least before me.
What the fuck? Okay, that was weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Let me just add them. So this is why did it add? What is it? Adding the map?
It added the map, yes.
The map is not a token.
The map is suddenly a living creature, and it wants to fight.
So they have the wall the maps like locked, and they're on odd layers. And sometimes when you click, it just puts a huge fucking lock on the screen. It's so fucking annoying. I want my mummy. Thank you. Add to turn.
Just so you know, I'm in here twice, but it won't let me.
I'll delete the other one.
Okay, thank you.
Can we get an audio clip of Eric saying, "I want my mummy"?
I want my mummy.
Please. I
I got a 15. Everin, what did you get?
21.
All right, let me delete the other one of you. Taryn, what do you got?
It's already in there.
Is it a 1? Is that correct?
Yep.
Hagen, what you got?
15.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Let me re-add
failed to
Wihan.
enter it.
Wihan.
13.
All right, you and Torak are tied. Imagine that. 13 and 13. And let's order it. All right, we start at the top of the food chain. Everin.
What's up? So I'm gonna.
I don't like this.
Okay, so Hagen's not the only one that has banishment.
Can't really banish undead. That's not how that works.
You could make it go away for a minute and
Yeah.
then it'll come back.
Right.
It'll come back though. Oh yeah, because technically this would be its plane of existence. So okay, that's fine. I had a backup plan.
And you're the only one who can technically see it besides Taryn.
The it's like underneath Terran, right? Like they're not on the same like plane of existence, right? Like I mean, obviously everybody's on this plane, but like I'm saying he is below Terran.
Yeah,
because
by
he
like
has a hold
5
of
foot.
him
He's
and
holding his
pulling him
foot.
down.
He's climbing himself up.
Cool. I want to try Cone of Cold because I haven't been able to do it yet.
Okay. It's not going to hit Taryn because it's a fucking cone.
It is.
Because you're shooting through him to hit it below him.
I was gonna go under the water.
Are you going to swim past me to do it? He's in a pit. So if you're looking aside, like, this is the
like
pit.
down,
This
down.
is me. This
Got
is
it,
Taryn.
got it,
And
got
I'm
it.
holding out in the pit.
Okay, like you're like down. Sorry, I thought like it
now, if
was
you swim
on.
into the pit with me, you could do it.
That feels like a bad idea.
Because it is.
Yeah.
I didn't make
I've
the
been
rules.
waiting 1,000 years for someone to come into my pit, and now I'm finally
Come
free.
to
Enjoy
the
the pit.
Join the pit of despair.
Do I want you?
Mummy pit. Underwater mummy pit.
I mean, let's be real. When there's one mummy,
Don't even think.
when there's one mummy, how many more are there?
I'm gonna do my turn undead.
Oh, how big of an area is it?
30 feet.
Does so to turn undead require a roll, correct? For how many hit dice or something like that?
Wisdom saving
You
throw.
make a charisma save, yeah.
Wisdom.
Is it wisdom save I make?
Yep. Wisdom.
Cool. I'm pretty sure I failed this with a fucking metrically horrible. I'm gonna roll with advantage. I'm spending TK points. It doesn't fucking. I got a 13.
Yeah, no, you need a 17 to beat me.
Yeah. How much
Cool.
can you affect? Because this is important.
Fail means it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to get as far away from me as possible and cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me.
Now,
It also cannot take
many?
reactions of any type. Huh?
How many hit die? How many creatures?
Every undead within 30 feet of me.
It can't be every. It has to be a limit.
Each undead within 30 feet that could see or hear you.
Oh, so
at
they
all.
all have to make a roll.
All of them. So, good to know there's more than
Pause for
one
station
now.
identification. 1, 2, 3. You sense 6 undead in the area flee from you.
Awesome. Great.
One runs up this way and jumps out the window at the back of the temple, like a sliver. Another one emerges from the water and swims to the corner. Here, another one swims out into the debris field away from you. Then the one that was behind you also swims away from you. Hold on here. Yep, nope, don't do that. I'm trying not to click the wrong one. This one that was here swims to the far wall as they all swim away from you, and the other one swims to the bottom of the pit.
Cool. They cannot for the next minute until it takes damage. A turned creature cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It cannot take any reactions whatsoever. They cannot take any action other than dash or to try to break free from something that does not allow them to
just
move.
staying away from you.
Nowhere to move means that they must dodge. I also have Destroy Undead because I'm already past 5th level. So when an undead fails its saving throw, the creature is instantly destroyed if its challenge rating is at or below a certain threshold.
What is it?
1. So if it in its stats is labeled as a CR1, it is gone or lower. So half, quarter, or 1, it's dead.
Cool. They all burn up.
Sweet.
They all fill with water and explode and destroy.
Yay.
1? Really? I
Once
thought it'd be
again.
higher than that by now. I thought you'd be at 2.
No, level 8 is 1, level 11 is when I go up again, and I'm only at 10.
Well, they're all fucking destroyed. The temple's clear.
Sweet.
I think at this point, just to be safe, Weehan is going to take a minute, and you see her pull out her bag of bones and kind of kneel down to the front of the water and kind of start like shaking it a little bit.
Great.
A spectral hand is going to emerge and start to pull itself out of the bag, and it is one of her thralls that she was working on the graft for. And I'm just going to add in this additional companion.
Yeah, why not? Let's just throw
because
more fucking NPCs in the party.
Yeah, just I don't trust whatever happens next.
Okay.
We're fighting an army.
Collecting NPCs like
Grave Touch
Pokemon
Ghoul.
cards, I'm
Wonderful.
all for it.
Wonderful. With that, what would the party like to do? There is, as you like close your eyes and pray to Zeaboom, there is no undead in the area, and then all of a sudden you get a ping of one as you see Weehan going, "Come, my precious," and letting out another one.
I like see the undead, and I'm like, oh, I have some of those.
Oh shit! I didn't bring these out an hour ago. What does
That
the
one's
group
your
wanna do?
friend, right? Because I just blew up all the other ones, and I would like my efforts to not be wasted.
Oh yes, very good friends, and I'm mimicking an accent. Very very good friends. Yes.
Fair enough.
Terran is going to collect himself
Okay.
and walk around the pit
Okay.
and make his way to the altar.
All right. Can I get a second Constitution save from you?
Oh, right, a mummy touched me. Actually, no, sorry. he would also then cast a spell.
What are you casting?
Curse Ward.
What does that do? Pretty sure that had to be in
Touch.
place before it happened.
No. So you reach out your hand, touch a willing creature within your reach, raising a smoke-like barrier around it for the duration. Target has resistance to necrotic damage and can't be cursed, possessed, or targeted by a hex. Also, its maximum hit points can't be lowered. If the target is already affected by one of these, the effect is suspended until the spell ends.
Okay, so how long does the spell last?
1 hour.
Okay. So you don't have to make
So
your save
he's
right
gonna-
now.
Do that.
I'll see you
Ralph
in an
has
hour.
to use that in Ogre Force. It's a great spell.
It is. I'll see you in an hour.
Wehan would have seen the mummy touch you, right?
No, I'm going to explain this one more time. Unless you were within 5 foot of it.
Because that was the first. Ignore me. Ignore me. Ignore me.
No,
yes.
only person who saw it was literally Everin. Even
Yeah.
he didn't see it because he was swimming
Oh.
for his life.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right.
So with that, I mean, there's nothing else
will-
here. No more undead at least right now.
Make my way to the altar.
Oh, so you're gonna go all the way. You're not going to the doors. You're going straight to the altar.
Yeah. This is holy ground for him. So he's going and he's praying.
All right. So when you start walking up the steps, I need everyone else to go where they're going to be in the room. I will warn you, there are 2 pits in the room with Everin being able to swim and see and do that stuff. I'm gonna mark the pits for you, just so you know. There is one here, and there's one here. Okay. Just so you know the 10-foot areas where those are. Is everyone
And
kind
I'm
of...
going this way.
Yeah, wherever you guys want to go, just so
All
I
the
know
way
where
around.
everyone is. I'm going to pull up a image for you all. Let me find handouts. Where are the handouts? Where are the handouts? There we go. Let's see. No. I almost pulled up the gnome flinger, which we saw that like a long time ago. We never got to use it. Fresh archive. Is this it? Nope. That's far up. You think they would have made this easy to look up artwork, but they have not. Let me just type this in, maybe? It's not pulling up, but we'll try it. We'll try Paladine. No, we'll try this word. There we go. Could have made this fucking easier to find. As you walk up the steps, there is a glow that hits you. You can see it, and Hagen can technically see it because of his sight. As the light pours over you, behind you there is a 6'8" man walking behind you in silver armor with a silver cloak. No hands on you or anything. He is holding a haft, missing the head of a spear at the top. As you walk up to the last step, you suddenly can see images start to appear with inside of the shrined area. There is a second set of steps you can hear, and you can hear the sound of weapons hitting shields. There's a roar of a creature. A dragon is what you're guessing. And the triangular pedestal that it's there starts to light around the edges, and the middle falls away. I'm going to put a picture up. Everyone will be able to see this, but only Terran and only Zolorak can actually see this. But I'll share it to everybody just so you guys can see the art as well, because it's fucking cool, and I want the audience to be able to see it.
Sweet.
Glowing is a silhouette in white, though, of a pike, a dragon pike. The haft is missing and the head is there. Your weapon that you have, the lance, starts to glow and pull from your hand.
Oh, my sword?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There is the sound of people yelling in Old Salamnic. They're singing an old song, which is the chant that they would do when someone is being knighted and moving from either sword to crown or crown to robes. And you hear a voice of somebody behind you saying, if you have the metals that are needed and the wherewithal to make, please bring forth yourself, your ingredients, and a smith willing to create.
Kind of bows his head and closes his eyes. In this presence, he's going to use, as he calls for Hagen to please join him, he's going to use his divine healing ability.
Okay.
And use some hit dice to restore some hit points.
Through the archways, there are those large silver and platinum draconic statues, and you can see the eyes watching you as you move up. Anyone else can't see them, and it just looks out into the watery behind of the temple. What do you all want to do?
Zolrak knows that this is something that Hagen should be doing. Before he returns the body to Hagen, he's going to just kind of wave his hand towards Terran just to drop a little of this like bonus healing cool thing I can do before I disappear.
Okay.
Oops, that's a D20. You don't heal a D20. Hold on.
Drew, do you have the divinely favored feat at all?
You get
Divinely favored? No.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does anyone here?
6 hit points healed. No,
Six
I don't
hits?
have it.
Okay.
Thank
Do
you.
the other two of you have divinely favored? I don't know if maybe Everett has it for Zia Boom.
Is that like a...
It's a feat.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't.
All right.
Zorak will
I have
pull his
divine
arms in.
intervention, but not the same.
Oh,
Not the same. Not the same.
But I will be
Zorak
using
will-
it when I...
pardon me.
Zaraka, what?
He'll pull his arms in, bow his head, turn to ash. It'll blow away. It'll be Hagen standing there again. He'll like dust off, and he's got his like the metal arm, and it's a little more prominent now because it looks cool with his new robe and cloak combo. And it's kind of changed a little bit. Less, he was trying to keep it subtle so it wouldn't draw attention. Now it's got these like cool like designs in it, flames and plates and spikes, because he's got that heavy metal aspect to him. And he will pull out a hammer that he's been carrying for quite some time now.
Okay. Let me
Let's see.
grab the other important thing here while you're doing that.
Ready for this?
Sure.
No, he's saying that to Terran.
Oh, I thought you meant like
Y'all
a
ready for
Are you
this? Dun, 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 dun.
I see. It's not what I expected when you did that. When you say that, there is a flap, and this time everyone can hear it, and the roof above begins to crumble a bit around the edges. And from the shadows to your left through the entrance, Liam steps through. And he's holding another lance that is broken. He goes, well, I was hoping I would find you there. And he is covered in blood. Face, armor, everything is covered in blood. And he goes, Hagen, you are a very hard individual to find.
Yeah, sorry about that. We kind of got caught up in a few things. But I'm glad you're here now.
I see you have found the Temple to Paladine.
Yes.
And you already have the pieces of a lance.
He looks at his sword that's slowly being pulled out of its scabbard. He's like, yes. But if I don't have to give up this weapon, and you're offering that one, I will take it.
Why make one when we can make more?
Very good point. I didn't know if we had enough to make more than one.
He looks and turns around the corner, and there's a flash for a second of something larger surrounding him for anyone who views him. And to Wehan and to Evren, he says, are any of you devoted or faithful to a cause?
Yes. I happen to be.
And you, woman of the dead?
Look at me. Of course I am.
Devoted to a god, not devoted to yourself.
Oh. Rude. But yes.
Am I wrong?
Pulling up additional info on my deity.
There isn't really any.
There really isn't. Yeah, no, that's it.
Well, then you shall wait outside. Please leave. Torak goes, and me? He goes, oh, you aren't even a creature that I'm worried of. But if you wish to guard her outside, then guard her outside. He goes, I'd rather guard them from you. I have no idea who... Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I will wait outside as you wish. And he bows and walks out.
I was just going to say, Todd, you still have true seeing on, don't you?
Always. It's a curse now, apparently. No, not a curse, but yes, at all times, within close range, he's probably looks freaking huge.
He does. He looks like a ancient silver dragon.
Cool.
Well then,
Very cool.
I think we begin to make them. I would like to remind the group of this. We have more metal. As a matter of fact, we have 2 other of the Dragonbane metals. And with what he has, you can make a second dragon weapon. A Dragonlance, a pike or a lance. And because you have a hammer, and he has brought the piece that's needed, you can make true Dragonlance weapons. And this is a forge to Paladine. It is one of the original places he tells you that the Dragonlances were made. And what he does is he hands the weapon and lance of Salamar to Hagen. For those who watched the original, I think the episode with Wehan, Salamar was the green knight with the purple flames that was corrupted in the crypts below Kalamon. And he has the weapon for them. He's like, I fought hard to take this from Lord Soth. He is
Damn.
displeased, to say the least.
I can only imagine.
I wish to help you as I do my other patrons, or sorry, my other, what do Kelly and them consider themselves to him? Kelly, what does your characters consider yourself to him? I don't remember.
Hirelings?
No, he's a patron, but
daddies?
I don't know what they were calling themselves. Not underlings, he's actually kind. I would like to help you as best I could.
No, hirelings.
No, they're not hirelings, it's something else. If you are willing to bend a knee to me, I will help you not only protect Corinne, I will help you protect the encroaching, or protect Kalamon from the encroaching armies of Soth. You don't have to worship. You just need to follow and help me. I get everyone has a divine blessing in this room, and I would never take that from you. Even you. Worshiping the daughter of Takesis is something that I never expected to be helping.
It's a complicated relationship, you could say.
Sure, I bet it is. It's not a choice I would have made. He reaches and he grabs his like cloak and he pulls out large scales in silver, and he places them on the triangular altar. Each one of the weapons that are forged, please include this in the forging. It will allow me to help you, and it will allow you to call, well, assistance. Not all of us are gone.
I like where this is going.
With all the metal, the piece that he brought, your weapon, and the head that's here, 3 weapons in total can be made. You have to be devoted to a cause to use them. True dragon lances, the first time they are used and they strike a creature that is a dragon, a faith roll must be made. On failure, they crack. True dragon lances on failure explode. Killing not only the thing they hit, but the person who is undevoted to the cause. They're dangerous weapons to wield, but once the devotion is felt by the weapon, unless you sway from it, you're safe to use them. So he would hand all the pieces and give them to Hagen, and to whoever is going to be devoted, they must put a single drop of blood on the metal. Not that that is hard for you in the fucking slightest. But you're making 3. So that means 1 will go to you, probably with the sword and the help that you have that is originally Huma's.
Yeah.
Another one will be made, which is weird to see the daughter of Takhisis's worshiper be using a weapon to kill her own. But who gets the 3rd? Who's devoted out of either your retinue, yourselves, or someone you've met?
Hagen, through the power of Zolarok, is fully dedicated to the freedom of all peoples from oppression and gods and kings and masters.
I mean, if you want to use that and then use that lance and you think it's going to work, hey, yo, I'm not going to tell you not to.
I don't know if I'm trained with lances.
I don't know if I am either, but David, I'm taking it.
Well, there's something fun with them. So, are you making 3 lances? Or 2 pikes and a lance? What would Hagen make? Obviously, his has to be a lance, because that's what it was originally. But the other 2, actually, I take that back. Salomar's was also a lance. So you have 2 lances. You can make the 3rd a pike or a lance, your choice.
I'm seeing if I'm trained in either of them, because that would
I
be
wouldn't worry about it too much. If you're putting your blood oath into it, you become trained in the weapon, specifically the Dragonlance.
Okay, well then I'll make a lance.
Eric, if we make 2 lances and a pike, can't we make 2 pikes and 2 lances?
No, because
Or is
his
it just
originally
one or
was
the
a
other?
lance.
No, I'm talking about material-wise. If we're making 3 lances, can
Three
we make
in
2
total.
lances and 2 pikes? Because it takes less material?
No, it doesn't.
They're shorter,
No,
aren't
it
they?
doesn't. No, they're no. They're
Okay.
dragon marks. They are fucking long.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're made to be used in mounted combat, just like the lances. Because the dragon lances are longer than a traditional weapon.
Yeah, no, they're huge. But the...
Pikes are the same.
Monday is nearby.
I thought they were footmen.
Monday is nearby. That is very true. And technically speaking, you have a far gap. And technically, Kelly is here.
Yep.
I would rather one of them maybe get it than me, because I don't think I would be...
Well, Kelly, in chat, you are welcome to tell them that Valina already has one.
Oh.
They don't need one.
What? There might be other devoted people. And
I mean, I
technically-
think 2 per party. 2 per party would probably be smart at this.
there is
stage of the
another
game.
person who you could give it to.
Becklin?
Becklin. True, but she's a knight. She's not really devoted anymore. But there is Baxton, which is the marshal right now. Because she took over for the marshal that died. She's technically devoted. And there is the knight that Drew met.
And Adam is dedicated to horses, right?
It's true. He's
I
not...
mean, that's true. There's not a wrong argument there.
There is a wrong argument.
Oh my
no.
God.
So
That's what I hear.
there is Raymond, who also is dedicated. And there's Darrent.
All right. Right. Yeah.
But here's the fun part. Ready? Everyone who has one has to do 2 things. First off, Hagen, you have 3 craft rolls to make. You get them at advantage because of all the materials that are here. The difficulty is a 20 for each lance.
Let me check my training.
For all the people who are accepting a lance, pricking yourself and making the blood pact, every person has to make a will saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom. Keep saying will.
That's fine.
Darrent is heading your way. I mean, Weehan could be answering these calls right now. Give Adam a lance.
That's why I stepped out to make the phone calls.
You can see it on screen. She's typing in screen. Because the rule for the Fargab is it has to be in chat for everyone to see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take damage for
Inspiration? Damage for inspiration it is. 2d6 from the audience.
Actually, hang on.
27
No.
cool.
Oh no, I think it's a great idea. No. Yeah, you already said it. I'm gonna mark.
No, I'm gonna use my bond.
What is it?
Master.
What is your bond?
The one with my master.
What is it?
I'm still in a close relationship with my master, although he is not what he once was.
That makes no sense for this. There's no reason you would be able to use that for this fucking reroll for a save. For
he's the one that made me read about the religion stuff, like because I was not.
This isn't a religion
at all.
This is the not. No.
Oh, okay, then I'll take damage then.
All right.
Yeah.
Will you serving hands? 2d6 from the audience, please. What about you? What do you got there, Everin?
27.
That's how the fuck do you get a 27 on a wisdom save?
I have a +9 to wisdom saving throws.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Damn.
That's all
Oh yeah,
she's
you're
got.
clear. That makes sense. You're clear.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's all she's got, man.
What you got there, Drew? You take 8 points.
8 points.
What'd you get for your roll?
Haven't rolled it yet. There's been like no in between. It's either high or fucking low.
I'm looking for like a 9 right now.
You looking for insight into that check at all?
No. Do you wish? Do you wish for some insight?
I wish I could make a good roll with this wisdom save.
Granted. You have advantage.
All right.
that
Roll your
advance.
second die for the
That's
advantage.
advantage, right?
You just roll the second die.
Right.
You already rolled. Don't re-roll at all.
Oh yes.
Is that a 3?
Oh, that is
A 2?
no,
A 1?
no, nope. 18.
What's your total though?
25.
Because 18 would not have been enough. You put the drop of blood, you feel your entire body shiver and quake. As your body grows scales,
Sweet.
hold on. This happened yesterday too, for those who don't remember.
I was not here for it.
As body grows scales, and each of you gain the properties of being a half dragon in 5e. Specifically, silver.
That makes sense.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Zolorak, what do you get for your crafts?
Well, here's the thing. Hagen has
You do have advantage on these, though.
okay, good. Hagen doesn't have like specific training in blacksmithing per se,
Just you don't have tools for
but
it.
I have the tools.
No,
I'm
you're an
not trained in the
Ironfeld.
tools.
You're an Ironfeld at a forge. You
Oh,
are
that's
considered
right,
trained.
That's right, I have it. That's
Yeah.
right, you're right. Sorry. My mistake. I forgot the lineage stuff from way back. All right, and how many checks was it? 3?
3.
3.
I don't have to.
At
I don't have to do one
at
for myself.
advantage.
I mean, that's another obligation that Solar.
Well, you're making a third one though. You're just making it, and then
But
the
I am
other person
making
will
one.
do the blood pack to it once.
They'll
they
do the
get it.
blood thing. Then I'll do it. So let me just double check my bonus. If I'm trained, and what tribute are we rolling with this?
Whatever
trained
craft would be
tools?
for crafting. I think it's int, isn't it?
Okay.
I think that's right. Correct? Isn't
I
tools
don't-
usually
I don't know.
intelligence unless it's like a thieves tool?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It would be blacksmithing, right?
Yep.
Hang on.
It's intelligence or strength.
Probably intelligence.
It's one or the other.
My forgery kit.
Because
training
it's something
is-
that's like that you're formally trained with that requires like
You get proficiency
experience
bonus
as
and
opposed to
shit.
intuition. I think intelligence, right?
It's it. Yep.
Is it? Okay.
I just looked it up. Yep. Give me a roll. What you got for me?
I'm gonna take inspiration.
For damage? And you can do it
Damage
for
for
each one of these.
inspiration.
Because technically they
Yeah,
are individual ones. We'll
one of
use
these is
KJ's.
possible.
2d6 in chat, please.
Do I have to say which of my characteristics I'm using to draw on this?
No, it's inspiration. Damage for inspiration.
No,
you
it's
just do.
damage for inspiration. All right.
Huh.
Then I'll reroll.
You
much better.
only do those if you don't want to take damage for inspiration. Thank you. What you got? Looking for 20s. You can always spend
Yeah, I got a-
cards. You can do whatever you need.
Okay, I had a 19, a 21, and a 24.
19,
So that
you
19
can use one and make it a 20.
Okay, we'll use a card for that.
Yep. And we'll use a +2 to
The
roll. for
last one, I had to reroll with the inspiration damage, which is 9. Thank you.
that. Okay. All right.
9.
That's
Because it was
pretty
a
good.
natural 1.
Oh, oh, I would have loved to seen that explode in the entire area and possibly kill everyone who's sitting here. With that, let me get the link for you all. I will send the link to you here. They are, it's pretty fucking cool, to be honest with you. I'll put them in chat afterwards. You guys can look through it and get your silver dragon as these lances and pike is forged. Liam stands there as it's going on, and as each person touches their lance, he grabs the lance for you to do your test of will out of the gate. As you see his hands burn and blood pours from him, I need wisdom saves for both the people who are bearing lances. This is to test it to make sure that you are true of faith.
24.
Okay?
Why do I feel like that's not enough?
Will save?
Wisdom.
Save? 26.
Okay. Would you guys both like +2s to your rolls?
Yes, please. Can't hurt.
All right.
God.
Eric's
Yeah.
like, that was a DC 14.
Probably.
We will do +2 to the rolls. Let me find them.
Or it's
We'll
a
use
DC
Kyle to get 2 of them. No, actually, they are 26s.
Oh, that's what I rolled.
Yeah, well, you play one
I
anyway.
needed that +2 though.
Fair enough.
As they are bound to you, the lances shrink down to a regular size. He explains to you that anytime that you use a dragon lance when mounted on a dragon or a mount, when they sense the presence, they will grow to the true size for combat. I'll get you your stats for the dragon lances after the show. That means both of you have one. You have one to give away. We're going to have to decide who they go to. As the lights dim, Liam, you can still see with your true sight, is the full version of himself. He says, like, now I have a city to clean.
Thank you, Liam, for everything
Thank
you've
you.
done.
I need you to go to the Temple of Ttrpgfamily on the entrance to this place and bring it down. I cannot have a temple to the god of dragons, to the evil ones around. Destroy it. I do not want it standing. With
But we
that,
do best.
as he walks out, you hear a faint roar for the two people holding the lances. If you, once per week, need a mount, you can call a silver dragon as your mount from the lance.
Sweet.
What age?
Not telling you until you do it.
Okay.
It's a juvenile.
It's just a baby. You're like, yay!
It's
Just a baby.
You're just riding this little tiny.
It's like one of those
just-
little motorcycles and
Just a little guy, man.
I'll-
Where you
Outside.
drop a
Plot
quarter around, it's
twist.
just like outside the grocery store, like. "Nyeh,
Plot
nyeh."
twist, it's just an egg.
It's just an egg. Now outside, Torek is standing with you and he's like, there's a lot of noises and stuff going on in there. What do you think the chances that they're all dying right now?
Honestly, knowing this group, they probably should have been dead a long time ago, so I'd say they're likely doing fairly well.
So, what happened to her sister? She talks about it a lot in her sleep.
Yes, you've seen some gruesome things up close. You understand,
That's not where I was going with this conversation, but okay.
let's just say what was left of her sister was probably worse than a lot of things that you've seen left on the battlefield.
I haven't left Kalamon until today, to be honest with you.
Oh.
That's not true. I have been to Fort Dyer, but I am a watcher for the council.
Oh, fair. That's my mistake. You seemed very,
I know how
like
to kill
you seem like
things.
you'd be an effective fighter, so...
Yeah, he has a fucking glaive with him. Yeah, no. You misunderstand. I know how to kill things. I just don't leave the city.
Well, my understanding is that they were separated during a fairly gruesome combat, and
Did you know Ispin? He spoke of both of them pretty. Well, he spoke of them like they're his kids.
we crossed paths a time or two.
Did you kill Ispin?
Absolutely not.
I'll ask one more time. Did you kill Ispin?
Absolutely not.
He pulls a Fargab out, clicks a button, and in another language, he says something through. What languages do you know, Wehan?
Let's take a look here. I know Common, Elven, and Draconic, and Sylvan, language of the dead.
None of those. And he puts it back in the satchel he has. He's like, it's good to hear. It makes my job less painful for both of us.
Oh?
So then, shall we see if they're all okay? It sounds like the noises died.
I would like to roll insight.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free.
I would like to find my dice. Okay.
I can't help you with that part. 24 is not enough. Boo. Yes, Stardrew.
That is a 7.
Yeah, he seems intimidating, and he was definitely being threatening. There's no really, you don't have to really read around that.
Okay.
He didn't have a weapon out. Well then, I'm glad to hear that that is true. Shall we? And he turns around and he opens the door back in and starts walking back through the water, jumps and kind of flies to the stairs. What are you doing?
Weehan's gonna bird it up.
Turn it back into a bird again. When you turn back into the bird, are you going to fly through to them? Or are you flying up and around and viewing? What are you doing?
Rue.
Okay, you fly through it. All right, then. I'm just making sure you remember the rules of the game.
Remember
Oh, yeah.
things that will eat you.
Right, things will eat you.
I will get shot down immediately if they're like, that's a bird flying up there.
As Liam walks out, he says, remember, make sure the temple is done. Blow it up, destroy it, kill every draconian that is in there. Use your lances to the fullest. Do not leave it intact. I wish you the best, and I will see you at the gate. He walks around the corner. You hear the sound of a flap. Hagen, you can see him take off, invisible as the dragon, and head towards the front of the city. For the rest of you, with Dragonlances in hand, with new information, there is a loud, I would say almost like a collapse of a building to the south. Where's the group going as we end our show for the night? Are we heading to the Temple of Tchisis, or are you not listening to Liam whatsoever? Because I never know what this fucking party is going to do.
I mean, I think we go, right?
That's my
I think
next
so.
stop.
Well, then you're going to exit. I want to move us back to the map, just so we have it on screen as we round out our game for the night and go into our final episode. If we are going to seriously raid the Temple of Ttrpgfamily, I will move us to there for next week as you all pass through here, finding a way through the city between the magic that you have, invisibility, teleportations, dimension doors. Getting there isn't going to be that hard for you all. And you could summon a dragon if you really wanted to fly, but we all know how that's going to turn out. From the Temple of Paladine, you are going to have to move south past the threshold of the heavens, all the way back to the front where the Temple of Ttrpgfamily is at, the Bastion of Ttrpgfamily. It's a long walk. As a matter of fact, if I zoom out, just to give you all an idea, and we'll do this really quick in the after show. If you have your secret shirt, you can join for the aftermath show. You are moving roughly, let me get you through here. If you don't fly, 530 foot through the city to get there.
No, that's 5,000.
5,000, sorry, 5,000. Not 500, 5,000. It's a walk. You could do it in under an hour, obviously, but you're going to have to trek through. Torak says, I can scout and get there ahead of you if you guys would like, and Fargab back the best path.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Do we look half dragon now?
No, not to anyone but Hagen.
Interesting.
So like silver scales, but still look like us.
You don't have the goes away. It's gone. Once the lance goes back to its size, you don't see it.
Yeah,
What
well,
do they
still
look
have
like
all the-
to me?
We still have all we have the.
They look like
half-dragon
true fucking half dragons to you.
Okay. That is wild.
I love it.
You both look amazing. I just must say.
Well,
Just want to say you look great. You can't see it. I can see it. Inside you, there is something special.
I will use my special illusionary magic to make myself look like each of them in turn so that they can see what they actually look like to me.
Oh, well, we'll end there as you slowly act as a mirror for them so they can see themselves. They are taller, they are broader, they do have the silver scales. There is something special about Evren's, though. Around her neck, there is one chromatic scale, like a necklace around, for each one of the colors of Ttrpgfamily.
Awesome.
With that,
Fucking dope.
we will end for the night as you all end and head out of the temple, using the Fargab to talk with Torak to make your way out towards the Temple of Ttrpgfamily. Boys and girls, we are right now to our last episode. I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us tonight, but before we go to our Dragonlance Minute to close us out for something special I have set up for next episode, does anyone have any live shows this week or anything going on to wind us out real quick?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What do you got going on? Who's going?
Go first.
Who's going?
Allie, go. Allie.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so on Sunday, you can find me over on FGP for Outsiders in Ambrica. It is our... Never mind, we're on break until September.
Ah! Thank you,
So-
Jenna.
They say thank you.
It's the Fargab.
On that note, you can check me out on my channel on Twitch, twitch.tv/Allie_Capwn for some fuckboy mountain adventures. That is where we play the quarry with backwards baseball caps. Guess what? Today Jenna chose her fuckboy name. Spoiler alert, it's Jayhawk. What else have y'all got going on?
Well, I will go to Moxie. Moxie, what do you got going on here?
Hi, hello. So I'm going to be on Pride Never Dies, which is a charity event for Trans Lifeline over on GMP's channel on Friday night. It'll be at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I'm back as Fig, and I love Fig very much. On Monday, we're doing another episode of Trusting Fates. It'll be episode 4.
Okay.
We had to take off this week because multiple cast members were sick, and I decided that was the universe saying the show needed to be pushed back a week. So we're back with episode 4 on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Homebrews and Homebodies, and then we'll be back with Root next week as well on Wednesday at 9 p.m. EST on Homebrews and Homebodies. This is our long rest week, so tonight and Friday are the only nights I've got. I have nothing to produce this week.
Well, then that takes us to Drew. Drew, what do you got going on here? I'm assuming you're playing a bunch of video games, probably ones I don't watch.
So the plan for Thursday...
I know it's going to be Vikings. I can already feel it in my blood.
The plan for Thursday is I'm going to do an artist in industry.
Okay.
Picket line.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I will watch that.
I haven't had a chance to go down yet. So the plan for Thursday is to go down and help strike with the writers and with SAG.
Oh.
And then I'm going to be doing spooky games that night. I'm not sure what we're playing yet. Didn't play Labyrinthine last time. So we might get into that because it was updated a couple times, and I have no idea what that game holds anymore. So it's gonna be fun. Well,
that means that I have to watch now because that's awesome. I was expecting it to be Vikings and watching you walk around and mine for 40 fucking hours. So what spooky game have you played? Have you played Army of Darkness yet?
Army of Darkness.
Have you played the Army of Darkness game yet?
I mean,
yeah, the Evil Dead game? Yeah, have you played it yet?
I played it with you.
You should do that on Thursday night. Hey, Todd, what do you got going on?
Hey, I have a shirt out from last week. It's a lot of fun. It's a Cthulhu hand.
I have it on screen.
The devil horns.
The tie-dye, baby.
Just because it actually, they have a new tie-dye option, and it actually looks really good. It's also available as like mug, sticker, or magnet, whatever you like. All my designs, everything right now is on sale for the next 3 hours and change. If you're watching live, go take advantage of the sale. If you're watching this on YouTube later, you could wait for another sale, or you could just buy it now at full price and be one of the coolest people I know.
Mm-hmm. Definitely better than playing Vikings for 40
hours. Go check it out. Yes. No, I do that too. Shut up.
Let me take us back to the group.
You almost disanded me to
Dead by Daylight dating sim for spooky games. What the hell,
Yes.
Kelly?
Also, My Friendly Neighborhood just got released in full, and I'm very excited to play that. I won't lie to you.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I'm going to crank out some Diablo for the season ends, but we have our secret time meeting for about 20 minutes roughly afterwards. Quickly, if you know what it is, that means you own the shirt. If you've not picked up the shirt yet, get yourself a secret shirt. I have a feeling that this thing is just going to last through probably all of our shows forever because it just seems like the thing. It's a death metal shirt. It's black on black. It's shipped fast. The people who've ordered have already got them. And we will be over in the secret area after the show here. Wait, bye, everybody, as I go to our Dragonlance Minute.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Everybody.
One more show.
Well, I would like to say that explosion was something fun, like, you know, the Silver Dragon collapsing a building or something like that, but it's not. It's a very angry ex-wife here looking for her husband, who also died when this city was collapsed. Fistandanelis is somewhere in this city, and they're going to have a tough choice to make. Are they going to go after the temple and collapse it like they're supposed to, or are they going to go handle the problem that is the woman that is let loose with a sphere of annihilation looking for her husband? If you're watching this on later on, over here there's going to be a video to watch. I don't know which one it is. Probably watching paint dry. I don't know. And then a bell here. We're trying to hit 500 so we can be partnered with YouTube. If we hit 1,000, it's even better. If you like these shows, share it with your friends. We only have 2 episodes left for this before we start our new series that we have coming up in September. And I have a talk show starting next month. But I will remind you, we will be back with Dragonlance. We are going to be doing a movie like we did with Ogre Force. We do our nice long movies. We've done it in the past. They're super fun to close out this campaign like it belongs. In fire and all the players dead. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.